Hello, 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 hello. My friends, anybody home? I hope everything is working good. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good whatever time it is in your country. Today is Sunday, or whatever day it is. Probably not in your country, but it is what it is. Okay, people, so we're gonna be here for an hour or so for the Premier League, African Cup of Nations, anything that we can talk about. We will be here to discuss. Feel free to comment, ask questions, and then here we go. Okay, people, are we ready? Are you guys ready? No, maybe, maybe not. Surprising, huh? Sunday morning. So, uh, for people who don't know me, this is Global Fan Channel, the channel for the people by the people. Every team, every color, we don't care. We talk football here, okay? So we're gonna be live for the Premier League, probably the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the African Cup of Nations, the World Cup, the Euros, Copa America, Golden Cup, everything in this channel, okay? We try to do as many as we can when we have time. So this morning we are going to start by the Liverpool game, you know, Liverpool game against Brentford. It's going to be very interesting to see what Liverpool are going to do without Salah and Mane, but they still have a lot of power in front. Jota still there, Firmino still there, Minamino. So Klopp is going to find a way of playing without certain players, right? So it's not all about Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. It's all about the team. So here we are, people. I don't know if the lineup, yeah, the lineup might be already out there. We're gonna just share with you in a little while now. Okay. Kimokani is in the house. He's enjoying his win. Gambia won a game of football. Wow. So I think it must be a public holiday over there in Gambia, right? So, all right. What are we gonna do now is to let me. No way. We are trying to do something different here. Okay, so Gambia are playing now. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to comment on that. We might have to we might talk about it just a little bit while we are watching another game. Today we're doing the Premier League, but it's all cool. It's all good. So feel free to give us regular updates, you know, from your game. So let us know because if you win today, you might qualify for the next round, right? That's the way it is. So feel free to come back at any time and let us know what is happening. All right, people. So Here we are. Let's go and double check on some results. See what is happening. The lineup and all the good stuff might be already there. Okay, so we have here my page on social. If you wanna follow your brother, doesn't cost anything. Let's keep the conversation going. And then we have here, boom. Let's check on the lineup, right? LFC, Liverpool Football Club. And you have the lineup already here, people. For Liverpool Football Club, you have the lineup. The starting 11 is Alisson Becker, Alexander Arnold, Matip van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Jones, Oaks, Jota, Firmino. Yeah, that tells you that they still have a great team, a strong team. So do not write them off yet because of Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. I think they still have a great team here. Let me restart. Alisson Becker in goal. Alexander Arnold, Matip. Matip didn't go with Senegal, with Cameroon, right? So Cameroon were not, they didn't select Matip. So Matip didn't want to go. Because I still remember one African Cup of Nations where Cameroon, where Matip refused to go. But I think they fixed the issue and he went after that. But they won the AFCON, by the way, that year that Matip refused to go to the national team. So Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Jones, the Oaks, Jota, and Firmino. So anything. So, uh, yeah, I know it's not about you, Mr. Deuce, Mr. Clark. I just it just opened the door. It just gave me an opportunity to say something because the comments that you got every single day, the the level of evil and hate that you get from people for not doing this or not telling me what I wanna hear or why you didn't do this or why you didn't say this. Don't support this because I hate him, so you have to hate him. It looks like I don't have a voice in my own in my own channels. Like, hey, if you like red, I like blue, we still family. What is the problem? Okay, if you hate Tammy Abraham, I love Tammy Abraham. Why do I have to tell you what you wanna hear? Why do I have to be evil to certain players because you are evil toward them? If you think they are not good enough, I think they are good enough and they need a system change or they need time to improve. Where is the problem? That is where everything starts. It's like you have to tell me what I wanna hear. You have to follow what I want. You have to go live on my schedule. Why you didn't do this and that? I don't like that because, and you will find people who like that because that is the way of living for them, and they make money, so they have to make you happy. You know, they have to make you happy and say what you wanna hear and manipulate your mind, flip flop all the time just to make you happy, so you can stay there and give them money. But that is not the case for me. So that is very okay, Bobby, I put you through like 5 minutes ago, but he's silent, probably walking. But when you are ready, you are already there. You can jump. Bobby is my brother, people. And even with Bobby, we don't agree all the time. He got his opinion, I got mine, and then we discuss. That's what football is all about. I don't understand why certain people think that they know everything, and you have just to listen to them. Okay, so
Yeah,
hey,
Ogs.
baby, hey, Bobby.
Ogs, today I have a funny feeling.
Yes.
Um, I can't say I feel very happy. I can't say I feel very sad. I just feel a certain amount of indignation.
Okay.
I know after the result yesterday, it highlighted several things for
Yes.
Chelsea.
Mhm.
It highlighted a need to really restructure and
Mhm.
replan in the summer.
Yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, anything we do now
Mhm.
should be geared towards a serious title challenge next season.
Yes.
Um,
I agree.
because we're not quite there yet, and I'll
Mhm.
give you the reason for that. Well,
Yes, sir.
later, I'll tell you. Sorry, my child.
Yes.
So
You take care of her
Chelsea. If you
first
look
and
at
come
our
back.
squad,
Yes.
every time we go to play these major games,
Mhm.
we always have deficiencies, injuries,
Mhm.
or something. We always go in there with problems.
Yeah.
Man City, you see them there. I think next season, people like Amanda Brozier, people like Conor Gallagher, people like maybe even Ethan Ampadu, and
why not? Why not?
And Billy Gilmore need to come back to the first team squad for sure, for financial reasons and for the fact that our academy graduates often end up being the better players within the squad and within the team.
Yes.
Now, if you look at Chelsea, what our error is that we get rid of our best academy players.
Yeah.
And then look for the worst to sort of people pad the squad.
Yeah.
You know, we people pad the squad with players that we can't really use. Whereas this time around, we should select the best for the squad. And then those that aren't quite up to it, those are the ones that should go out on loan. Yeah. That is the structure we should be going with going forward. That way, we won't have to overplay Reece James until he gets injured.
Yeah.
Chilwell, well, okay, that happened. But you see, a lot of our players are overplayed.
Exactly.
Our midfielders, you can see Kante really wasn't himself today. Yeah. Why did he have to play? Because we have no other option.
Yeah.
You know, we tried to rest Mason Mount and found that, you know what, we can't rest him. Why? Because we've got nobody that can do what he does.
Exactly.
And but you know, if we had Conor Gallagher, we may not quite be in that situation.
That's correct.
Then we've got to make some difficult decisions. Right. Now, we need to be very honest. You know, we need to be very honest. The Romelu Lukaku project, you know, this guy.
That one. Don't make me even start.
when we were going for him, I never wanted him.
Yeah.
When
I know. I still remember when we were live and you were like, you don't feel good about
him.
it.
I knew he wasn't good enough. When we got him, I thought, okay, he's here. He's showing he loves the club. I'll be behind him all the way. I supported him all the way, even after he made that silly spitting his dummy out of the plan, out of his mouth video. And people wanted his head. I said, look, the guy's apologized. We should accept it and move on. That's fine. My judgment of Lukaku remains on football basis.
Yeah.
Now, he's cost 100 million, thereabouts. And he was brought to Chelsea for such a game as what we had against Man City. He was meant to be the kind of player to score the goal that De Bruyne scored against us.
Exactly. You need your big man to... And he had chances, Bobby. He had chances.
You don't get many chances in those sort of games.
Oh, my goodness.
So
don't make me even start.
You know, people talking about, service to him.
What service?
I think Tuchel's reply was correct. Yes, we serve him, but sometimes as a top-class striker, you've got to serve yourself.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Didier Drogba would decide a game like this on his own.
Yeah, and there are many things he's not doing. Now, I don't want to start talking about people like Christian Pulisic, just 22 years old. Kai Havertz, 22 years old. I get so angry when people criticize him. He is doing exactly what he should be doing, and he's doing well. In fact, we're better off with him as a striker than with Lukaku. You know, even Timo Werner, I don't really want to talk too much about him. And yes, Hakim Ziyech had an absolute stinker yesterday and has got problems with his consistency. But you see, all these players look better when they play together without Lukaku. Why?
Yeah.
Because Lukaku, the ball bounces off him. He can't hold it. He can't hold up the ball. He can't trap the ball. He can't dribble. There are so many things he can't do. All he is a physical presence, and occasionally he can manage to push someone down. And if he has all the time in the world, shoot and score. That's not what £100 million of strikers should be doing. We need a lot more from this guy. Now, can he give us that? Well, he has until the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. You've been very kind. You've been very kind there. I'm not gonna wait until the end of the season. This is the games that you're gonna look back and you say, why? Why we didn't win that game? I'm not gonna wait because we didn't want to wait with Tammy Abraham, so he need to score. Yes, sir.
Lukaku was a panic buy.
Mm-hmm.
And where I get really upset is when I point these things out and point out the members of the board that did this panic buy. People start telling me that these people have got awards and all these nonsense. I have no time for that sort of thing. I have no time for politics, agendas, and individual celebrity within the Chelsea board. I think it's destructive.
Yeah.
I think it takes away the seriousness of what we are as a club. These people should not be pushed into any kind of prominence.
Yeah.
The prominence is for the football players, the manager, the owner. Well, he tries to avoid it, but it's almost totally impossible. But he does a good job of staying in the background. I don't want to hear any more names in the board. I'm trying to avoid the name.
I know what you mean.
People do this out of their own sort of gender politics and nonsense like that. That's got nothing to do with football. That's got nothing to do with Chelsea Football Club. That's got nothing to do with the sport I fell in love with as a child.
Exactly.
Take that elsewhere. Go do your gender politics or whatever it is agenda you have elsewhere, not here. We're not interested. We're just focused on the game.
Yep.
Focused on making the club a better club. And there was a mistake made with this guy. And we have to admit it. A very, very, very expensive mistake. Can we amend it? I don't know. If PSG want him, well, okay. Because they're losing Mbappe. I don't know what their plans are for a striker. There's rumors they're looking at Lukaku. He'll probably do better in that league. Fine. I don't know. Newcastle. I don't. Who will pay them? The problem is who's going to pay money for him now.
That's the problem. We're not going to get even half the price of what we spend.
It is a expensive blunder.
Yeah.
Because Armando Broja, when he comes back, this guy is going to bench this dude.
No problem. No even a discussion about it. Broja is going to bench him. That is 100%.
And the worst thing about it is that he's spitting his dummy out of the pram the last time he was benched.
Yeah.
This time, what's he going to do? Now, what we've done is invested in a problem in the squad.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. That's the only big concern I have. The rest, I think we can fix. I think we've got a lot to play for this season still. And I think, we can target second. And you never know. You can always wish and hope.
Yeah.
But targeting second is very realistic. Targeting more trophies. We've got some big trophies to play for while we reassemble the squad for next season. A lot of mistakes were made, my brother. A lot of mistakes. No. I mean, the issue was another reason Reece James probably wouldn't be injured now if we had brought in Jules Koundé, who was able to play
from
where play and give Reece a rest on either side.
Exactly.
Left or right. But then we were told that we were to sell Zuma, or it was inferred that we were to sell Zuma and get Koundé.
Yeah.
In the end, we gave away Zuma because I don't call that selling.
Yeah, we gave away. That is a very good word. We gave away Zuma.
We didn't get anybody. So, so our transfer dealings this last summer was an absolute joke. It was diabolical. And we've got people coming up say, oh, we did fantastic business. Oh, the great negotiator. And that really gets my back up. Because, what we did was rubbish.
Yeah.
And we have to own it.
Yeah.
And say, look, we've got to fix this crap. The best thing we could possibly hope for, because of the financial situation, bring back. Fortunately, we've got such good academy graduates that we can bring back. bring back many of them, then invest in maybe one or
couple.
two. More marquees. We've got to do the Jules Koundé deal. We just get him in, and then maybe a CDM. I don't know. Maybe we won't need it if we decide to put faith in people like Ethan Ampadu. And he does an excellent CDM job. He just needs the opportunity. I have every faith in the decision taken to bring back Kennedy, because what Tuchel has done with Malang Sarr, you see what Sarr is now. Malang Sarr is an absolute, he's a reliable defender now. So what he's done with Sarr, I can see him doing with Kennedy. Without it costing the club ridiculous sums of money.
Absolutely right. Let me answer to a few questions here from YouTube. Where do you watch the Liverpool game? I don't know what country you live. In the US, you can watch it on NBC or on Peacock. Okay, and if you have the VPN, you can watch it from DAZN Canada, or you can watch from anywhere pretty much around the world if you have the VPN. So I don't know where you live. Let me answer another question from Simoe from Venezuela. Hi, Ogs. After watching City 1 Chelsea 0, do you think Chelsea could beat Liverpool or even Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final? That is a cup final, my brother. I am confident. We're going to do it. I'm not afraid of Salah, Mane, or whoever it's going to be with us in the final. Bring it on. We're going to win it. Just, we're going to support the team. This is a cup game. One game. And I think it's going to be in few weeks. I don't know when. In February somewhere. Probably after the
February 27th.
Yeah, after we win the World Cup, because we're going to do it. We're going to win the Club World Cup, and then we come back, and then we're going to win it. We're going to win also the Carabao Cup. Don't worry, bro. Hey, the Premier League is gone, but we still a lot of trophies to win, like Bobby said. We still on it, man. Don't worry. We're going to do it. Let me Musa say, okay, he's giving some update about the AFCON going on. I'm not watching it today. Maybe later on with Algeria, I might go live again. Live? Yes, live. Yeah. I think live again at some point if I have time. Somebody's asking, do you think we still have a chance to win the Premier League?
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Grealish, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can say that Chelsea are.
I have a really serious point to raise beyond this game.
Go on, Bobby.
And it's even interesting that Herbert's here actually. And this is one thing that's even got me down more than the game. And that is what's going on with the Premier League right now and the integrity of the competition.
Yeah.
I think that this whole COVID thing has corrupted the league. People are getting favored decisions in terms of postponements in order to rest their players. You know, players away at the African Cup of Nations is now being roped in as a reason to cancel games.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing about this season is the issue of game postponement that went on over from December has absolutely messed up the integrity of the league. And why I say that is that Chelsea at one stage had 7 COVID positives, plus something like 5 or 6 injuries, and they were forced to still play their game. Whereas you had people sometimes with 3 COVIDs, 4 COVIDs, sometimes 5 COVIDs, and their games were postponed. And now this rubbish that Arsenal, now you know me, I can't stand Spurs for dust. Neither can I stand Arsenal. But what Arsenal have done and have been allowed to get away with by postponing the North London derby, primarily because they have players out at the African Cup of Nations, is nothing short of an absolute disgrace.
Yeah,
it is a disgrace. And you see, what we always tend to, I think we dream a lot. We think because a bunch of guys wearing suits draft up rules that they are beyond corruption. Whereas the reality, and if there's anything that we've learned from what happened with FIFA, they are probably the most biased and the most corrupt group, because they're not really, there's no accountability. There's nobody to check what they're doing. These decisions being made to postpone games is a scandal. And it's ruined the league this season, as far as I'm concerned.
So they refuse anything from Chelsea. Even Thomas Tuchel was very angry. He was like, I'm not going to speak because it's better for me to stay quiet. Kind of for Mourinho. Like, I don't want to be in trouble. If I speak, I'll be in big trouble. So integrity is not there. It's not fair to treat certain teams differently. And that's the way it is.
Actually, I blame United for this. I completely blame United for this. This was all started by my club. We were the first team, if I'm not wrong, to postpone games officially by getting to the Premier League. It was on 21st December, the Brighton game. And since then, every Premier League, is on the stand that United got the games postponed. Why can't we? So if I'm not wrong, Burnley have 4 games in hand. They haven't played since the mid-December. So
you see, the problem with this COVID thing is that it is subject to abuse, and it's been abused. Not just in football, mind, but football is the most glaring.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Hey, DJ in the house is greeting everybody in the panel, and we have Tragic TV.
DJ.
Tragic TV also say hi to the board and panel, and then big up everyone. Comment how everybody doing. We're doing good. So. Herbert, tell us what next for you guys. Are you have a chance to finish top 4 or something?
Sorry,
I
guys,
wouldn't leave
I've
it.
got to pop out quickly. My
Okay,
kids want me to drop them somewhere. I'll
no
try and be
problem.
back in the next 10.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem, Bobby. Thank you so much for helping, brother. Drive safely. Okay, so Bobby is coming back at some point. Herbert,
Yeah.
talk to us, brother. Talk to us. What
Where do I
happened
even start with this?
yesterday? How can you throw
I mean,
two goals lead
I
down
think
like that?
simple answer to that is like bad game management. I think this is the first time I probably will criticize Ranieri completely. I think yesterday's game was totally on his, behalf. I feel like if he managed the game, if he brought on the right substitutes in the right time, we would have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we basically lost because Aston Villa signed Coutinho. Because if they didn't sign Coutinho, we would have won that game because he came on, one
Mm.
assist, one goal, and that's
Yeah,
what made the difference.
that's the
Our problem
difference.
was that biggest problem was that we were playing very well. Our
Mm-hmm.
first 30 minutes, I thought that's the best performance of the season, in my opinion. Complete control. There wasn't any chances. We were taking care of the ball. No stupid things. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't create much, but at least the fundamentals were right. So it was in that way good. Second half again we crumbled, and it was okay. We scored the goal after they had a big chance. Then after the 70th minute, I felt like I don't know, like Ranić thought that this is Bundesliga and I can rest and the game will peter out. It doesn't work like that, as you know that the
That is
Bundesliga
a
used to
good
follow
point.
that.
That is actually a good point. This is not the
Yeah, yeah,
Bundesliga, brother. This is not.
exactly. No, he's in his pre-match conference. He said that there was a question asked to him that what have you found very surprising about the Premier League? He said that those so-called lower teams, they are very tactically well set up. They are very good.
Yeah.
Fundamentally they play very good football, which is not in Bundesliga. Because if Bayern are winning 2-0 and it's like 65th minute, you can just assume that the game is won. But this
Yeah.
doesn't happen in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So what he should have done was that he should have taken off Cavani or one of the wingers, and he should have brought Donny.
Mm-hmm.
Put more men in the midfield because it was getting overrun. Matic was tiring out. Fred was, he wasn't getting control of the ball. He never does. So, but what he does is like he makes a like for like substitution with Sancho and Elanga.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he thinks. Like he's bringing on Donny at 80th minute with Lingard, and United admin was taking the piss. Like Donny Van de Beek has made 50 appearances to United. I don't even know how he made 50 appearances. Like
Yeah.
I don't think even he has 550 minutes for United. Yeah, that's the thing. But look, I don't think so. We can get top four unless we get a midfielder in. I don't believe it because we are
Yeah.
very
You
skilled
you
in few
need you need a
competitions.
you need somebody. You need
100%
at
need a
least.
midfielder, but
Mm-hmm.
but I think the performance midfield, like you have Kovacic and Jorginho or Conte. City have multiple options. Liverpool with Henderson, Fabinho. We just don't have that. We don't have the right profile. I mean, Matic, I feel like, I mean, after 60 minutes, you just watch him and you feel like even you can play ahead of him. Like he just tires out. He's lost the legs. And someone told me yesterday that Matic has been in longer in United than he was at Chelsea. And I mean, he hasn't won anything. He won you a Premier League with Conte.
Yeah.
And after I mean, forget the match. After that, there was the biggest controversy that Ranić told that Martial was not in the squad because he refused to come to be in the squad. And then few hours later, Martial puts on his Instagram that he never said that. He hasn't refused it. He is willing to play. He thanks the fan, everything. So this is going to create another controversy. Like,
Yeah.
who is right? Like, is Ranić lying or Martial downing tools? I mean,
Yeah,
United are a
so
mess, man.
Tragic TV is saying people blaming Ralph or not blaming in fresh legs, yet not blaming the players for letting 2-0 lead go down the drain in 13 minutes. So people are focusing on what Ragnick did or didn't do instead of also blaming players. What do you think about that?
My thing is that, look, we obviously there is some blame on the players. You can't just say everything is on the manager, but the manager has to see who is tiring out, who is not, running hard, who is not tracking his man. I mean, Gerrard made a substitution. I think he took out that Sanson guy who made the mistake, and he put on Coutinho. Then he bought that I'm not sure what his name, like the African guy, something Chakumbeke, like
Yeah, I
he
can't
bought him.
pronounce his name. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. So he bought another attacker for Danny Ings. So he is clearly made the substitution. So what are you doing to counter that? Because already Villa are controlling the ball, they're controlling the possession, and we are running out. We are working on fumes. We got the 2-0 goal, which was a big thing because they had a big chance on the other side. So manager should be reacting to that because Royal Rangnick has always used the word control, and he saw that we were losing control of the game after 2-0.
Yeah.
So he didn't do anything. I mean, we were assuming that, again, as I said, that he assumed that United are going to win the game, and Villa don't have it, but it doesn't work like that, especially away at Villa Park. So, I mean, obviously, you can say bit of blame on the man. You can't just rely on Matic and Fred.
Yeah.
For
Another
90 minutes.
question here. Somebody, Mr. Amari, say that he feels sorry for Anthony Martial's career has been ruined. Well, ruined by who? Probably by himself. But what do you think is the future of Anthony Martial? Do you think he can continue at United, or he's forcing for a move or something?
I don't think he can continue at United, especially after he said that he wants to go on loan. I think that's the next best thing. Problem with that is that United want the club who is willing to take him on loan to pay his full fee, which is never going to happen because no one is going to pay 250, especially in January. And on top of that, United wants 6 million loan fee. I mean, United are so bad in doing negotiations. Just go, let him go on loan, pay half of his wages, and if he plays well, you will get a good transfer fee in the summer. But United just, they are like, they don't want to go any place because of this COVID thing, and being in 3 competitions, or I think in 2 competitions, including the Premier League. So in United, as usual, with administrative. But look, just coming back on Martial, I mean, I think his best season was under Louis van Gaal.
Yeah.
When he came in, he was very good. Then Mourinho came in, took off his number 9, gave it to Zlatan, and obviously it's not right. I don't think you should be doing that. I mean, what precedents are you setting in the dressing room? Just because a big player comes in, you take off my jersey number. You don't do that. After that, I mean, Mourinho completely destroyed his confidence. He was saying that he does not track back and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, with English media, how they love to hate on the foreign players.
Yeah.
I'm sure like every club has that. So I think last season was pretty pathetic. What Martial, as you said, like that's on him. You can't, because all you did give him chances and he didn't perform. But apart from that, I feel like he is the perfect kind of player we need right now because he can play in this system, whatever this 4-2-2 or however Ralph wants to play. If he wants to have 2 strikers, and we can have Ronaldo and Martial. Martial can hold the ball and spin out defenders, but he's not willing to stay. So I think he's going to be sold. I can't see him next season at United.
Yeah, people, so the game is about to start. 5 minutes into the game, the players are on the field doing all the good stuff. So stay tuned, and we're gonna be, if you wanna join us and you know, participate to everything that's going on, feel free to do so, or just ask a question. Okay, so Amari is asking what happened. I think it will happen with Marcus Rashford. I don't know what that means. I don't know what your question is, but Rashford, do you think that he need a rest? He need what? What's going on with the kid? What's going on here?
With Rashford, you're asking?
Yes, Marcus Rashford.
I think that people have come on to this conclusion that he's not that good. I mean, I've never been like, you know, an obsessive Rashford fan. Or I don't believe like he's a top player. He's a squad player at best. If you want to win the title, that is not, you know, being second or third. That's not the aim of playing football. If you're in the competition, especially a club the size of United, he's a squad player at best. Problem with him is that there's lots of things which are going against him. Obviously, he came after an injury, but then you can't make it a case like, you know, you can't give that excuse because he got a 2-month break. He wasn't playing. So,
yeah.
And then obviously the Euros and the changing of managers. My belief and my stance on Rashford is that I don't think he's what he is, what we all the United fans expect him to be. He's just an average player. He's not the next big thing. He's not the next, you know, breakout star or something. He's just a decent player with pace. If you take away his pace, he's got nothing. He's got no IQ. He's just a. I don't think even United fans know what his best position is because we want him to play on the left, but he's not a creative player. Because if you're playing on the wing, you should be creating for the center forward. But every time he cuts in and, you know, tries to shoot or tries to put a half decent cross in which doesn't come out. I've never seen him cross the ball from his left foot. That's what a winger should be doing.
Yeah.
So I mean, with Rashford, I think he has to, you know, take a hiatus from football. I feel like there's too many things going on. His PR is working overtime, you know, telling how now he's throwing Ollie under the bus since he's gone. So
yeah.
I think we need two creative wingers with Sancho. Sancho is there. I want one other creative winger on the left.
But yesterday, I didn't see anything from Sancho, though. With all the respect, I read the kid.
Sancho is not a substitute. I don't think Sancho is an impactful player when he's coming on the bench. Either you start him or, you know, you bring him on when you are, you know, like playing on the counter or something. He was a completely wrong player to bring on yesterday. We are leading 2-0. You need legs in the midfield, not you know, just so. It was, you know, that's the problem. Like it was mismanaged again yesterday. You should have made more midfield substitutions.
Football, man. Everybody was thinking that with Rangnick, we're going to see something different at United. And then now it's the opposite. And Ronaldo, what do you think about the interview? Did you see the interview?
Yeah, I saw the interview. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. I think he has pretty much been spot on. He has pulled out. He has exposed the over. You know, I was having this conversation actually with a friend, like, you know, how like older times, how the younger players used to, you know, learn from the older players. I remember this interview with John Terry, if I'm not wrong, or maybe Steven Gerrard, one of them guys. Like they had to clean boots of the older players, you know, take out their, you know, dirty clothes and put into, you know, the washing thing and everything. They came into that culture.
Yeah.
And here, like, you know, you're not even 17 or 18 and you're earning 20 grand a week, 30 grand a week, you know, 50, 60. And that what that does is that, you know, a player sees in himself that he is that good upper level. Like just say, let's not, you know, I'm not targeting, but let's say like a Callum guy, he's on 110. Why did you put him on 110? Because Bayern were coming in for him. But do you think that Bayern would be paying him that wages? Absolutely not. I don't think even Leroy Sané, like Sané is on 160 or 170, something like that. So that's what, you know, with these youngsters that let's use Mason Greenwood as an example. He's got the talent, he's got you know, ability, but he's not got the mentality playing in United. So if Ronaldo is saying, like Ronaldo said that like no one is doing overtime workout, like we are 7th in the league and you should be working overtime. You just come in for the training 2 hours and you go off, and he's there, you know, doing shooting and finishing drills. Mason should be there, you know, picking out his brains and learning everything. But I feel more than Rashford, I'm worried for Greenwood, because Greenwood has that natural ability in him, but he does not have the, you know, same desire or the
The mentality.
to play and go home. Even if you look at his personal life and everything, he's always posting about his
Yeah, what they did in the national team of England and all that. But a kid, I remember doing the same exact thing.
You have the best person to learn off from. If you want to reach that level, you have to make the sacrifices what he's doing. Like Ronaldo's posting pics of him, taking ice bath, steam baths after game, and saying he's going to be ready for the next match. And here you have Greenwood and all that, them lot, posting for training game pictures, like, we're winning team and all that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, playing video games the entire night, not sleeping nicely. Those little things that a professional football supposed to do. They don't do it.
Promoting, the video games, Call of Duty, suitcases and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just this money is taking over this game.
The kid today, they don't appreciate. I mean, that's why I kind of love what Bielsa did when he went to like Leeds. He just took all the players and just pick up some trashes outside just so they can put themselves for a minute how an ordinary guy like you and me that paid a ticket to watch them can feel. You are privileged to be in that position and you have, but today's kid, you do that? No, I'm a superstar already. You don't tell me to pick up balls, but, after the game, the kit guy need to collect everything.
Yeah.
But back in the day...
Yeah, exactly. Back in the day, I mean, there was this piece at United that when Sir Alex was in charge, when there was a time when Nike and Adidas, coming over with, colored boots and everything, promoting with players, he put a straight rule that no academy player should be wearing the colored boot. Every academy player should be wearing black boots, no other color. Stuff like that that's just gone out of the game. Yeah,
it's gone. It's all about business. You don't tell me what to do. It's about my commercial. If I have to promote my video game that pay me extra money and then you don't have anything to tell me, my Instagram and whatever. Man, even sleeping. Can you, kids don't understand the importance of have a good night's sleep before the game or something like that. So, guys, the game's already started. It's already 3 minutes in the game between West Ham and Leeds United, Liverpool and Brentford. It's already 2 minutes into the game, but we're not commenting the game. We're watching and then have a conversation about football. That's what we do here. If there is a big event, a goal or something, we can just jump and talk about it. But that is the spirit of the show, not to comment action by action. All right. So Amati said that Benitez is gonna get sacked. What do you think about Benitez? They lost yesterday against Norwich City, right? Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, Norwich.
So, do you think he's gonna get sacked?
100%. I think he's 100% going to get sacked. Yesterday, Romano also told that the Everton board have, called a meeting upon the future of Benitez. I think he's going to get the sack pretty much soon. My problem with this thing is that if a manager is getting sacked, you don't need to pay any kind of compensation. Like, if you're bad at the job, why should you getting the leaving fee? So this is something which I'd never get it. Anyways,
but you sack me. Listen, brother, you hire me. You suck me and you pay me because that's football is beautiful, man.
Apart from football, I don't see any other jobs, having this kind of thing. Anyways, look, about Everton, I have a couple of Everton fans and lots of Everton fans never wanted him in the first place.
That's the problem. They don't like him.
They don't like him. And apart from that, also losing to Norwich, who haven't, haven't won or scored a goal in 27 games or something like that. But losing to Everton.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was listening to one of my Everton fans, like he has a channel. He was saying that, if Everton are more interested, they're turning into like a Glazers. Like they're more interested in building the stadium and getting money off that and selling the club. I think that's their motivation. So it's not really to compete. That's why they're building that 1 billion stadium so that, they can sell the club in 2 or 3 years. So I think that's where Everton is going. But apart from that, who do you think is the next manager? I think they are going in for Lampard. There are shouts for Rooney.
I think for me now they have to go to Root. What's his name again? Duncan Ferguson, right?
Ferguson.
That guy looks like
He has told
Huh?
He's told that he's not ready for the job. told it last season only that he's not ready for it.
Oh yeah, he says so.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
but it looks like he loves the club, and
he does. But if he's saying he's not ready, I think that's a good thing. You don't want to tarnish your legacy at Everton by getting them relegated.
Yeah, he just wanna be around, because I heard that Ancelotti offered him actually to be his assistant at Real Madrid, and he said no, I'm gonna stay here. So it looks like one day he's gonna be the manager, but he wanna do it the right way. But why stay at the club? Probably he could have gone somewhere else, maybe in the Championship.
Would you like to see Lampard at Everton?
Huh?
Would you like to see Lampard? Like, there are strong shouts of Lampard being because he's the only.
Well, depending on the project, I don't want Frank Lampard to go through another billionaire abuse, because Lampard is a project manager. You give him time. He's very good with youngsters. He's very good on detecting talent. And then after a few years, he's going to start producing. But at Everton, I'm afraid that is not the project for him, because they got billionaire. They spent a lot of money. People don't talk about it because it's Liverpool. It's Everton.
40 million on Iwobi.
So they spent a lot of money on players, a lot of money on managers for years. Nobody is talking about it. But if Lampard goes there, it's going to be always comparing him with the past regime. Look at this, look at this. I think Everton now just want to win something just to confirm their project and to give some hope, because nothing is working out. So I don't know, man. If they agree that it's going to be a long-term project and not, spending money and not building. Look at what they just did. They had one of the best left back or whatever, Lucas Digne, just because Benitez always got into kind of a fight with everybody, and when he hit you, you are out. They gave him all the power, and few days later, you sack him, and then the next manager need to deal with a young man from Celtic that has to replace a very experienced Lucas Digne in the team. You see, so the project just went one step back. So I don't know, man. Whatever decision Frank Lampard is gonna take, I'm gonna support it. But he knows exactly what he's doing. But his next move, he needs to choose it very, very carefully. He needs to be in the team. Maybe in the mid-table team, or the last where there is no pressure at all. When he has time to work, take some players from Chelsea on loan or whatever, build a team, and then probably win something one day, or get to the next level because you did a great job in a lower team. So I don't know, but that is going to be his decision, though. That is going to be his decision.
Yeah. I mean, Lampard is a tough case, man, because I feel like at Chelsea he was good. I mean, not like he was good before you got the transfer fee.
Yeah, that's the problem. Before the transfer is a curse at Chelsea Football Club. When you got money and you buy expensive people like Werner or whatever, people are watching at you. People want you to perform now. He was in a very, very tough position with injuries and everything. But that's not what we do at Chelsea. We don't want to wait. So DJ in the house. Yeah. Hey DJ.
Hey, big up, guys. How are you?
Big up.
How are you guys both? You all right?
Yes, sir. We are good.
We're just talking about Everton.
We're just talking about Everton. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, were you talking about Everton? Has he been sacked yet, has he?
No official yet, but it looks like he's going to get sacked very soon. Benitez.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me if that deal was to happen. I think that was a wrong move in itself. I think taking him to Everton in the first place.
Sorry, DJ. Sorry, DJ.
Was actually thinking.
Sorry, DJ. There is a goal. Leeds leading.
Oh.
Leading 1-0 away against West Ham. And yeah, that's what I wanted to report. So yeah, go on.
Wow. No, I was just saying that was. I think we all know on this panel that was probably the wrongest move of the season of Rafa Benitez going to Everton. How the owner decided to take a man who is clearly not going to be liked, especially with his allegiance to Liverpool, managing Liverpool, and then you're taking him to Everton Football Club. I mean, I think in itself, you probably all know that was probably the wrong move to happen. But this is it. They want this big name. They want this big. What do you call it? Name to come there. They did it with Carlo Ancelotti. Now they're doing it with Rafa Benitez. So they want this. What they call it? What was the word he used when he took on Ancelotti? It was a not remarky. No, sort of fate. It was someone. They wanted someone big, someone famous, someone to come in there and run the whole football club. They brought them both in. Neither happened. One went to Real Madrid. The other one's clearly not working out. It's interesting. I heard you guys talking about Frank Lampard possibly destination for Everton. That's an interesting one. Bear in mind that Duncan Ferguson beat him.
Yeah, I remember that.
When he was Chelsea
manager. They completely destroyed us like a 3-1 or something. Yeah.
So that's an interesting point. Yeah, they did. So that's an interesting one. If will that be the right project for Lampard to go to build up because at the moment I'm seeing my man is not even going around looking for any kind of job at the moment. He just seems to be like hanging around. I mean, everyone thought he was going to take the Norwich job. He didn't take that job. I mean, he just seems to be like, I don't know, Lampard just seems to not care at this moment in time, doesn't care what job he gets at this. Whether he gets a job or not, I don't think he really is putting himself forward for a lot of roles now. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a scenario. It's a strange one. Would it be good for him to go to Everton? Great. He could build up his career there. He could do some stuff with Everton there. And as you said, he could take. It's more like they're going to probably build a young team down there. Another project there. Maybe he could be the man to run that project for them. I don't know. Well, time will tell.
The pressure in town, in city of Liverpool, with Liverpool winning and Everton want to just win something. I think it's going to be too much pressure on Frank Lampard. And the Frank Lampard-Gerrard comparison thing is going to just build up, and every defeat is going to be a problem. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if that is going to be a right project for him. I just want him to go a team like Palace, a team like, no pressure at all, Leeds United, or something like that they don't expect to win anything. Anything is just like a bonus. So he can build his reputation back. But that is his decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, true. How's Herbert feeling about yesterday, Herbert? I mean, look, I'm not going to laugh at you, bro. We lost yesterday, and deservedly so. But how do you feel, you guys being 2-0 up, mate? I know you probably already discussed this in the stream. I've only just jumped on. But you guys being 2-0 up and then letting it go. I mean, how do you feel, mate? What's the...
I mean, it's probably the only time I don't feel that bad, because the performance was all right for 30 to 40 minutes. I mean, I'm not going to pick on any players particularly, but I already told, we mismanaged the game. After 70 minutes, you should have, put on Donny van de Beek and taken off one of the wingers or strikers, because we were losing the midfield. But he made more attacking changes, which made no sense. So I think probably one time, or probably, I don't think I will be saying this again, because the scapegoats are usually Tomney, Maguire, Rashford, and all them lot. But yesterday, I'm not too offended. I'm not too down. I'm obviously looking forward to the next game, but I hope the team is the same, except Ronaldo comes in for Cavani, and everyone is the same thing. So it's something to work upon, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing from. I was watching yesterday on various. I watched the various stream yesterday. I don't know if you guys all saw the one guy who's a massive Man United fan. Yesterday, he done the game. Obviously, he does all the after matches. You probably know who I'm talking about. It's the Terrace and Terry on the Terrace, and that guy. I've never seen that guy go down as he was yesterday. Oh my God, the guy is such a passionate United fan. And big up to Terry, by the way, in the Terrace. They do such a great, fantastic job there as well. Or everyone in that that does that. But I saw him yesterday after the match, and that man was really before he let all his guests come on the show, or the people in the chat come on the show. he was really giving it really with passion yesterday, and you could tell in the man the way he was chatting. The guy was so gutted about what happened yesterday with his football club, and I don't blame him, to be fair, because I was actually surprised you guys let that lead slip yesterday. It was a bit. I actually thought United, when they got the 2 goals, I thought, but then Aston Villa, man. I mean, prompts up to them, man. I mean, they came on to you guys. I mean, they second half. I don't know what they put in their drinks at half time, man. Yeah, but I tell you what, they came on to you guys in the second half.
They were
man.
possessed, man.
Give credit to Gerrard. You gotta give credit to Gerrard, Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, 100%. Give credit to Steven Gerrard for what he did, and Philip Coutinho. You know, the man's been apparently he's been away. He's been crap for the last 2 years, not getting the games. You know, but he comes and does that kind of performance against you guys, and it's also on top of that scores that goal as well. That must have been frustrating for United fans seeing that happen.
Yeah, he only turns up against Barca and Man United. Like, he knocked us out of the Europa League a couple of seasons back. He knocked out Barca in the Champions League.
Yeah, he punished his own team. I remember when he was on loan at Bayern, right? Like he punished Barcelona 2-0. He scored two goals in the Champions League against his parent club, and now he's back to punish United one more time. So I have a question here from YouTube. Hi guys, for Herbert and DJ. He said, one player would you like to see at your club, probably in this January transfer window? If you have to choose one player for Man United and one player for Chelsea Football Club, who's gonna start?
Herbert, I'll let Herbert go first.
Who would you like to see? Realistically,
we only have a chance with Zakaria, because he's like 6 or 7 million. Apart from that, I don't think we are in for anyone else. So maybe Zakaria, but problem with January is that you can't get what you want, so you have to get or do by what is there. I mean, whatever is there out there is better than Fred and Tommy, so probably Zakaria.
Okay.
For me, it's an interesting one. I like Herbert has rightly said, January is probably the worst window to even think about getting anybody in at this moment in time. For me, when I've seen Kennedy come back to the football club, that tells me we're not going to go and possibly get a left wing back now. So for me, it looks like it's more going to be on the right. And at this moment in time, I really don't know is the answer, to be here, because who is that the player that I actually would say and go for, and I know 150% won't come to Chelsea this January, and I don't think he'll come at all, because I cannot see the club selling him anyway if we were to even make an offer for him, and that's Hakimi from PSG. But in terms of now, who we can get in now, I saw links to Frankie de Jong yesterday, and I saw your video on it, Augs, by the way. Very good input you put on that video. I finally got your what do you call it, Shane? You know the notifications.
Okay,
I've got one on your video.
Thanks.
And I saw the video yesterday, and it's an interesting point. You said, do we need him in that midfield? That's a good question. I mean. Who does he replace in that midfield is the question. And is that the position we need to be looking? Is that the position we need to strengthen in January? No, it's not. For me, it's definitely the wing backs. And at this moment in time, I really can't think of anybody. I mean, people were going on about Sergino Dest not being the greatest, and I to some degree agree with that, because the guy, for me, good at getting forward, but defensively not great. So is that just bringing another player in that's just not going to? That's not going to cut the mustard in the English game. I don't know. I don't really know on that one, to be honest with you, people in the chat. I really don't know. I mean, the people, as I said, I want to get us to bring in, and we won't be able to get them this January. And I don't think, personally, Chelsea are going to sign no one this January. I've also saw links to Perisic as well yesterday, as well from Inter Milan. Yeah, I saw links to that yesterday. That was going around yesterday as well. Look. It's not, for me, realistically, if I wanted to bring somebody in, I'd say go and get Hakimi, but that's not going to happen this January. So so I don't know the answer.
Would you swap Hakimi for Reece James if there was an option in the summer?
Definitely not. 100% not. Look, Reece James for me he's one of the best right backs around at the moment, even in his position. And whether Liverpool fans don't like to admit it and they don't want to say it and they say Trent's the best, I'm not going to knock Trent at all because Trent is one of the best out there. Okay, but so is Reece James. I put Reece James in that category as well now. While it wouldn't make sense for us to go and lose a great player like him and one of our own as well, and then you bring Hakimi in it, for me that don't make sense. And to be honest with you, I don't think Thomas Tuchel would do that anyway, because I think Thomas Tuchel is a massive fan of Reece James. He speaks highly about the guy. I cannot see Reece James going to be that one. Now, if you were to say to me, maybe someone like I don't know, someone like
Ross
Barkley.
Barkley.
Ross Barkley. Yeah, but I know that's not going to happen.
Ross
Barkley, I want him out of the club anyway. Get rid of Ross Barkley anyway. Sell him, yeah.
Swap Ross Barkley with Hakimi.
So why would you want Hakimi at your club? Like you said, like you would like Hakimi because Reece James is obviously the better.
The reason why Herbert is because the guy can play on both sides, and he can also play wing. He can also play a winger if need be as well. You know, he's versatile, and we've got two of the best in the business for me in terms of Reece James and Chilwell anyway. But if this guy can play in various positions, and you know that's one of the reasons why I said Hakimi for that reason. But it will never happen anyway. And in the summer we're going to completely go for something because we don't need to. I can't see us in the summertime. I can see us only addressing if we're going to go for anybody, be a CDM, possibly a centre back. And possibly a striker, because I've heard a lot of murmurs again going around that Chelsea may listen to offers for Romelu Lukaku in the summer because of what happened. You know, he's the guy's just not doing it for us. I'm not going to be here to generally knock our players, right? But there was one point in that match yesterday that really got to me, and I don't know if you caught on to it as well, guys. If you watched it. Did you see at one point he was sitting down tying his shoelaces up rather than bloody playing the game because he was too scared to get into the box at some point? He did that Romelu Lukaku. The man had and then again another opportunity. Yeah, another opportunity. The man had an opportunity to pass to shoot. What does he go and do? He goes and passes to Ziyech. I mean, come on, man! This guy's here to score us goals. Yeah, he's here to score us goals. Not go and set other individuals up like he was doing. Go and take a shot. Have a go. You're a £100 million striker. I was told when he came back to Chelsea by a lot of Chelsea fans, his held up play is brilliant. His pace is excellent. He can get on the wings now. He can go and score brilliant goals. I'm not seeing any of that at Chelsea, man.
Yeah, I was selling you that. I remember selling you that. But that's what I was supposed to say, brother. Because when you sign for Chelsea, I have to hype you somehow. You know, I have to find some positivity. But
not you, bro. It wasn't you. I'm just saying.
I know what you mean. But I was one of the people that was selling Lukaku like, look at him. Look at the hold on. Look at the first touch. Look at the finishing. I said it. You know, I was selling him. Because...
he's hold up plays like Didier Drogba. I mean, what an insult to Didier Drogba. His insult to Didier Drogba, man. The man can't hold up the ball. Come on, let alone flipping go and score a goal. Do you get me? Honestly, damn. Man, I'm serious.
Like I didn't catch on to that moment, but I just seeing Twitter, like this happened on the 82nd minute. And he is tying his shoelace in the middle, like.
Do you know how frustrating that is as a Chelsea fan, Herbert? How frustrating that was me seeing that yesterday, honestly.
Exactly. Someone just commented like, "Why is he taking the knee mid-game?"
Ty, you are in the house. What's going on with your brother Lukaku, man?
Ty, big up.
Big up, Ty. Hey, Ty.
It's pretty weird. Have you ever seen like those memes where when somebody's watching you, you make the weirdest mistakes? Like there's this meme where you see the egg at one side, you see the shell somewhere else, and they have the frying pan that's totally at a different place. That is how Lukaku is right now. He was doing perfectly fine until everything happened, the entire saga. He was scoring 2 goals in 2 games, despite people saying it's a small team, but it still were goals. It still counts as goals. It was still important goals, and it was still impactful. But I don't know. He ever since he came back into the team, and after I don't know if it was his words or not, that he has to come back and prove that he wants to be at the club. He has not been the same. Obviously, he scored against Chesterfield, but that's Chesterfield. Werner scored. Columbus Nadori scored, so it doesn't really count as anything really. It is a goal, but it's not something really you could like to say, oh, he's going to come back, he's going to score another 2 goals. But Lukaku has not been the same ever since he came back against Spurs in that game. His decision making looked off. He was making passes quickly, and I'm not gonna say that overall he didn't do anything, because there were times in the game where he was making runs. There was overhead passes to him. So despite it being terrible, there was chances where he could have scored goals. But at the same time, he was not really being supportive to the team. When he came on to other things, he was giving the ball away numerous times. He was making passes instead of holding the ball, trying to pass it to the side. He was passing it straight back to the Man City players. So decision making was off. But I don't know. Look, ever since Lukaku came back after everything that's happened, he has not looked the same. It looked like he's trying too hard to prove that he wants to be at the club, or I don't know, probably something with his head. But I will always find it funny that Thomas Tuchel said that maybe he should I don't remember the exact quote, but he said maybe he should make his own chances then.
What he said that serve the team thing? I don't know. Yeah, keep going.
He said something about they asked about Lukaku not getting service, and he said something about maybe Lukaku needs to do something like, I don't remember what directly what he said, but I don't know. Look, something's off with Lukaku, but I mean, this is good. I knew this was gonna happen, where people are gonna say that he's not scoring goals. They're gonna go back to that interview and say that it doesn't matter anyways. He doesn't want to be at the club, so it doesn't really matter to him.
No, Ty, sorry, bro. For me, it's not that. Look, you've known me for a long time. I never ever turn on Chelsea players, right? I've never done that in my life, being a fan all my years, and I'm not going to do it now. I was just frustrated with Lukaku yesterday because of the things that I've seen in various games where he's had the opportunity to get his goals, and he's either sitting down and sitting down tying his shoelace. I mean,
I saw that yesterday as well.
That for me in itself would frustrate any Chelsea fan, and and when the guy had the opportunity to when he did finally get a chance on goal, okay, the goalkeeper saved it, good save, but I also can understand another situation. He's not getting the service that he should be getting either. I get that as well. But sometimes that can be frustrating as a striker as well when you're not getting the service. However, like Thomas Tuchel said, Didier Drogba never used. If he's trying to compare himself to Didier Drogba, as Lukaku is saying, and he's followed Didier Drogba as a kid, Drogba, if he knows Drogba's game, he never used to just thrive on service. The man used to actually go hold up play, get others into play, go and get served for himself, and then score a goal. If only Lukaku showed just a little bit of that, okay, I would not be on this guy's back. And I'm not. And look, for me, the guy's still got it. He's still. He's still got till the end of the season anyway to prove to us Chelsea fans, that he can come in and score us the goals that we need him to do. Okay. Again, it also is a whole team situation. But sometimes, like Thomas Tuchel said in his press conference yesterday, in his post match yesterday, he needs to also make opportunities for himself. Because the players can't always give him the opportunities. And we even see sometimes with Kai Havertz, if he doesn't always get the service, the man will actually try and actually go and score a goal. Yeah, he won't. Or if he knows he can pass, if he knows he can score, he'll shoot. He won't just go and pass back to me and I'll score it in the back of the net. He'll try and do something. As much as every fan here knocks Timo Werner, right? Yeah. Okay, the guy might not be. The thing with this guy is he can't finish. Yeah. However, at least he tries. He gives opportunities. He shoots. He gets the opportunity. He tries. You've only saw a little bit of Lukaku trying to make a little bit for himself and making that effort. I tell you what, the guy, these Chelsea fans,
Herbert.
I think as a team also, like, you press better. I think you press better with Werner in the team because he's fast. He's willing to do the hard yards.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don, you are in the house. What's going on?
Big up, Don.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Not good. We lost yesterday, and you asking me how I'm doing? Come on. What happened to your brother Lukaku, man?
You know what? We Chelsea fans, we haven't get it right. Understand? Or what we are after. is scoring and scoring. Yeah, we need that. I asked you one question about a week ago that do we ever ask what's wrong with Lukaku?
Okay, you
Does he
tell us.
have anything that he was facing in Chelsea, a team, or not? Secondly, we have different type of striker. Lukaku is not the kind of striker who is very skillful. He have the potential and have the energy to just score goal, but it's not skillful. You can't compare Lukaku with Diego Costa or Drogba. Those one they can fight for a ball and they are skillful and they can score. But Lukaku is not that kind of striker. We need formation of 4-4-2.
So who to blame? Who to blame? The formation, bro. Listen, I'm gonna stop you right there. Are you gonna blame the formation for missing one-on-one or making the wrong decision the wrong time? I mean, what's going on here? Is that has something to do with the formation, or I don't understand what the point you're trying to make here.
Okay, what I'm trying to explain is that the formation, because you can't just put Lukaku in front alone, and he has not been receiving ball like that, and he has not been working hard in Chelsea. So he's been on the pitch like nobody. He's not active.
So you can't who to blame now? You blaming the formation or the manager? I don't understand.
Both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't blame the manager in this case, bro. I don't care if you are
that is my own personal opinion.
Yeah, I respect
your
that.
opinion is different from mine.
Yeah, I completely respect your opinion, but I don't think the manager is to blame when you miss those one-on-ones and decision-making in the final third, bro. That's why the manager came out and said that you have to serve yourself. You know,
okay. Can we say the truth about this matter? Chelsea don't have a forward. All our forward are dead wood. Because when Timo scores, that is when we praise him. We never think about his mistake anymore.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
Look at Liverpool presently.
Yes,
we
DJ,
don't have Spain.
Don, DJ, you want to say something? DJ?
Oh, yeah, okay. Don, listen, big up to you, Don. Listen, I respect all your opinions you've been saying. Yeah. But listen, I was taking up, I for one was taking up for Timo Werner last year, and I know I was an advocate for him for last year. Anyone on this chat will know that. However, you know, I would go on any player now, okay? And I don't, as I said earlier on, I'm not one for those kind of people to go and turn on my players. I never do that. I've never done it in my life, turning on my players, right? But when I'm seeing situations that I've seen on the field of play, okay, and you know, and I've alluded to already twice already here, Don, yeah, is when you're seeing Lukaku at one point sitting down tying his shoelaces when there's an opportunity to go and goal and do something. That for me in itself as a Chelsea fan frustrates me because we. So go on.
Yes, I just wanted to tell people that 1-1 between West Ham and Leeds United. So 1-1 people.
Bowen is scored, isn't it?
Bowen scored. Yeah, go on, DJ.
Yeah, Don. But listen, I agree with everything. I get where you're coming from as well. You know, however, you know, even Timo Werner, with all our forwards, I admit our forwards are absolutely shite at the moment. Yeah, in terms of them not getting the goals that they should be getting. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say they've been great, yeah, because none of them have. All right. Yeah. However, what I'll say for the likes of Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, is at least they try to score goals in themselves. They'll try and run at you. They'll try and get they'll try and score a goal. You won't just be about we'll set up this play to go and score a goal. They're actually going and shooting on goal. Okay, Werner. People say Werner gets himself offside several times. He does get himself offside, but at least the guy's in those positions to go and try and score a goal. Where sometimes I see Lukaku sometimes, yeah, it's just like he's just standing there waiting for the ball, just standing there, yeah, waiting for the ball to always come to him. Sometimes all we're saying as fans is try and make something for yourself. And as you just said, Drogba wasn't skillful. I admit that. But the one thing I loved about Didier Drogba, and the legend that he is, okay, is the guy used to try and do things to himself. His hold-up play. He's running at defenders, yeah, when he had the ball. They couldn't stand. You ask any defender, and Herbert will probably say this, every defender that played for a football club, they always used to ask that question, who is the worst player you don't like to come up against?
Drogba.
Everyone is going to tell you Didier Drogba. Drogba. And there's that for a reason. because of the guy's presence in the box and what he brings. It's not just about him scoring the goals and setting up others, but the man just generally causes havoc in the defence. And all I'm saying is Lukaku is supposed to be one of them kind of players that is supposed to have learnt the games from the likes of Drogba. You know, being a what do you call it? I've learned a lot of my stuff watching from Didier Drogba's days. If you saw Inter Milan back in the day, the guy used to be banging in goals for Inter Milan, and he used to be running and doing whatever. At Chelsea, though, the guy is basically not doing it here, and that's my only thing on it all, Don. That's all. Nothing against Lukaku. That's just my only thing.
The truth need to be said, bro.
You know. The thing is, though, people keep bringing up at Inter Milan. The difference between at Inter Milan and now is that Conte played a system that accommodated him. No, I'm not going to say Tuchel should do that because that's pathetic. We were winning games without him, so that'd be pathetic to change it for him. But when it comes on to Inter Milan, you had players who were creating for him. He was reliant on them, and then maybe on a few occasions you'd see him doing that. No, what he needs to be doing now is that he needs to be trying to do that more, trying to create for himself. And the funny thing is, I think it was the Brighton game and the Aston Villa game, he started to do that, and then everything. I don't know what happened. So something happened, and then all of that changed. But the difference is, Lukaku was scoring a lot of goals, but he also missed a lot of chances at Inter Milan. But the thing that really stands out now and what's a huge difference is that he had more chances for him created there than he's getting now. So if he gets 3 chances, he's likely to score 1 goal from them, and that's what we've seen. When you see 3 chances created for him in a game, you see him score 1 goal. And that's something that has happened. You see him miss. He'll miss the one completely, hit it over the bar, then he'll hit the post, and then the third time he'll score a goal. And if you get 2 chances created for him, he misses both of them. So it's a case where he has to get a lot of chances in order for him to score. And that kind of describes to me like a Timo Werner. Sometimes Timo Werner will score on his first attempt. Sometimes you have to create a lot of chances for him to really get a goal. So I'm not saying Lukaku isn't going to score goals. He can still score.
Sorry, Ty. Sorry. Another goal for Leeds United. They are leading 2-1 against West Ham United. Thank you so much.
Why am I not surprised? This always happens. Whenever Chelsea lose, the teams that are behind them lose when they could build on that lead. It's just so funny. Always funny.
Okay, Don, you wanted to say something. Make it make sense now about your brother Lukaku.
Okay. We don't have to be sentimental about this because Lukaku had his issue, Timo and Ziyech.
Yeah.
Let me bring one point.
Yes, sir.
Liverpool is Liverpool. And what is Liverpool? This Nations Cup really shows that Liverpool team really built on the Mo Salah and Zayn. And when we have 3 striker who cannot score,
okay,
we are in problem.
Yeah, we are.
This season alone, it is only God that helps us and the help of our defenders and few midfielders that scoring for us, not the forward. So how are we going to tackle this problem? Assuming that we don't have a good defender and we don't have a midfielder who can score, where are we going to be at this present moment? Maybe 10th on the table.
Yeah, we lost. People forget that we lost a lot of goals in Ben Chilwell and Reece James. They were helping us. And yesterday, Thomas Tuchel, it was funny, man. He said that we can't rely on Jorginho penalties. He was mad at his strikers yesterday. Like we
Rightfully so.
Like we can't rely on Jorginho penalties or something. I was like, man, this guy is really pissed, but he doesn't want to show it. Like he was so mad. How can somebody like Jorginho be your top scorer? like it's impossible. So yeah,
I mean, it's not impossible. The thing is, it's funny. Um, they had a striker, or Man City had a striker last season, and their top scorer was not their striker, but they won the league. You had players like Gundogan, who was leading the goals. But the thing is, if you're gonna bring somebody in, you expect them to at least be that. And I mean, the standards has dropped. I keep saying it, the standards has dropped at Chelsea, and it's down to being satisfied with a little assist from this player or goal from this player, and it's just sad because players like a Mason Mount, if he gets an assist, if he gets a goal, then yeah, he had a good game. Despite him probably giving the ball away, he's getting dispossessed. We don't care about that, and it's the same thing that reminds me of Man United as well. Bruno Fernandes, if he gets an assist or a goal, people disregard everything else about him. But it's like Mason Mount is or Bruno Fernandes. He does something and then people forget about everything else he does in the game. So it's the standards has dropped because I can remember, and people will say looking back into looking forward, but you had players like a Pedro, you had a player like a Hazard, you had a Willian, and I've seen people say that you don't know what you have until you've lost it.
yeah,
But Willian and Pedro, they weren't the best, but at least they could create something. They could start a counter attack. You could see them do something. No, we have nobody's gonna do that. Pulisic had Willian, and he was able to. People don't really notice this. Willian was not the best tracking back, but he was still good. If you look back at the games, his final season at Chelsea, you can see he was key to the counter attacks. Arsenal only won 2-1. He did a counter attack that led to Tammy's goal. So people don't pay attention to those things.
That is the reason why Lampard wanted to keep him, and Willian. Just like you said, Ty, you don't know what you have until you lost it. So let's read.
I always laughed at people, man.
Go on, finish.
I've always laughed at people. Like you have players not players. You have YouTubers like CarefreeLewis and people like that who say that Willian is not this. He may have one good game and do this and that. It's better he has a few good games and he disappears. And then that has nobody who can't do anything at all, because Willian was able to do things. Pedro, he was. I keep repeating this. Pedro kept Willian out for a while. He had a competition between those two on the right and for them to play. And now you don't have that. And I mean, there's reports saying that Tuchel is not happy that none of his attackers are really making a name to say I need this person supposed to start each game, because no fan can tell me that they realistically know who should be playing, who can give them consistent good performances. You're gonna always switch and switch and switch because you can never stick to it. And that's why when people say Tuchel needs to stick with one front three, you can't really blame him for changing it, because you can't. It's not like he's getting a headache to say, oh, this player's doing good. He's going to be keeping this player, or who's going to play there. You don't have that, because one player will have a good game here. The next game, they're a shadow of themselves. The next game, they come back again. Another player does the same, and the cycle just continues and continues. And people are going to say, oh, Pulisic is not doing anything, play Ziyech. Ziyech is not doing nothing, play Mount. If Mount is not doing anything, play Callum. If Werner's not doing anything, play Kai. If Kai's not doing anything, and the cycle just goes back and back again. You're not having anybody who's going to do that. And that's why it's good to have leaders. We have a leader in defense, need a leader in attack, and need a leader in the midfield. And if you don't have that, then you're not going to do anything good. And I mean, DJ Sav was speaking about Drogba, and that's the thing. If Lukaku is saying that he looked up to Drogba, I'm not saying he's going to be like him, because Drogba was a unique player. There's no one's going to be Drogba. And the thing is, you can never replace those players. You will try to find recruitment, but you can never replace those type of players, because those players are hard to find, and you're not going to find a player who's going to do what Drogba does. You'll see players who have similarities to him, but you never have someone who actually does what Drogba does. Broha he has that instinct. He's instinctive. He's one player that you see him, if he sees a chance, he's gonna try to make it, and he's gonna try to score, and that's why Southampton wants him. They want to sign him permanently, because he's able to be instinctive. He's key to any team he goes in at this point, because he can do something, and he's still young. So it's down to what you think, and I keep using this word a lot. It's down to your mentality, it's down to your mindset. if you use your instinct, if you have initiative, you
I
will be able
agree.
to be successful. You can't be relying on, oh, my teammate is not creating for me. I'm making runs. They're not making passes. You should be able to rely on them. But if you're not gonna get it, you know what? Take matters into your own hands. Say, you know what? They're not gonna do me the service. I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna try to do something. Kai Havertz used to do that last season. People don't really notice that because if you don't stand out,
Liverpool just scored. People, sorry, Ty.
All right.
Liverpool just scored 1-0. It's Fabinho, right? What's his name? The guy from Firmino from Monaco. Yeah.
Firmino.
Yeah, so 1-0 to Liverpool people, and then this Fabinho, right? That is his name. So
Fabinho or Firmino?
Fabinho.
Which one?
Fabinho, the guy from Monaco. What's his name again? Fabinho, yeah. I
Yeah,
always
Fabinho.
confuse.
Oh, yeah, the midfielder. Yeah. That's just adding salt to the wound. Who's gonna do that for Chelsea? You don't have anybody who's gonna do that.
And who? Guess who? Guess who crossed the ball? Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Of course.
Of course.
So I wanted to read some comment from Lukaku here very quickly on YouTube.
From Lukaku?
Yes. He gave an interview to Mr. Ahora on España. So it's a joke. It's a banter here. But listen what Lukaku said after the game, right? He was asked. Let me find the comment. So the journalist asked him, "Big loss, Romelu Lukaku. What happened? Why didn't you score against Man City?" And Lukaku responded, "Let's talk about important things first. Congratulations to Inter Milan for winning the Super Cup." So that's I think it. So yeah, you didn't get it. Right? Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
When will this stop, man? Come on, man.
You know what, guys? It's like Lukaku's spirit is not with Chelsea presently.
Yeah, he's in Inter.
Understand?
Yeah.
We should let him go if he wants to go and get rid of
So
those.
that was a joke. Don't shoot yet. That was a joke that he made, right? Like a journalist asked him what happened. Why didn't you score against City? And he was like, "Oh, wait a minute. Let's talk about important things first." And congratulations to Inter for winning the Super Cup. It's a joke. But yeah.
Means that we are not important. That is it. Chelsea is not important to him.
No,
we should let him go.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
He didn't actually say that it was a joke.
That was a joke.
Okay.
Okay. That was a joke from somebody who came up with the joke.
Yeah, you know what? I won't be surprised if the next one you see is why are you not getting chances created? Oh, because the players here are not as good as the ones at Inter Milan.
That will definitely be the next one.
Yeah. So
it's interesting. Sorry, sorry, go on. I was just going to say it's interesting. You guys mentioned Broha there. I was reading on a tweet the other day going around that his family have actually saying they want him to stay at Southampton.
For playing time.
That's an interesting. No. He should stay. He should sign permanently for Southampton.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He just signed 5 years contract. We still have the power.
26 million.
Yeah, so they don't have any power on that. Broja is coming back at the bridge. Don't worry about
He's coming back.
Yeah. Don't worry
It's
about
our
it.
player.
Yeah, it's our player.
I think we should stop, but I don't think we should sign people are saying get Haaland. What is Haaland gonna do?
Well, if you can get rid of Lukaku, get Haaland. How can you say no to Haaland, man?
Why you just causing the same problem. The problem is not you don't need a clinical striker. Man City is proving it. The only difference between Chelsea and Man City right now is that they have scorers from around the pitch. If Bernardo Silva isn't scoring, you have a KDB. If KDB is not scoring, you have a Bernardo Silva. If you don't have a Bernardo Silva, you have a Gundogan. If you don't have a Gundogan, you have a Rodri. You have players around who's going to be scoring goals. Sterling, Foden, probably Grealish sometimes. Who knows? He may come into his elements and start scoring goals. So that's different. You don't need a clinical striker up top to do things. And I mean, Tuchel has shown that even with the circumstance that he was in last season, he was still able to grind out results, get wins, and I mean, it's it's something I said yesterday. If you look at the squad, if you look at the depth of the squad, there's less dynamism when we lost Ben Chilwell and Rich James. If you think about it, even I'm not going to be too hard on Aspie because Aspie is filling in a role where he had no past experience in. It was never his role.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to be too hard on him because he was always a right centre back, a right back, a left back, and the right wing back, and the wing back role is totally different from the left back role. The wing back is more of an attacking one, and probably with the coverage maybe to make a high.
Sorry, Ty, just a quick thing. Just breaking news: Rafa Benitez has been sacked by Everton.
Yeah. Oh, you see what if this happens again? Another manager gets sacked before Chelsea can beat them. It's sad.
Yeah, that is a good point. Let me check, people. So DJ is telling us now. Breaking news. Mr. What's his name again? Benitez been sacked by Everton. Goodbye after selling one of their best players. Why? Okay.
Oh yeah. Speaking about best player, Lucas Digne, man, that really hurts me. It really hurts me, man. The reason behind they said why Chelsea didn't go for him makes little sense to me. You have Ben Chilwell. I don't understand the way that the club is thinking. You need competition. You need to have competition now because you need to have the case, and that's why I keep saying the standard has dropped, because if you can have a case where in the past you had players like you have a Balak, you have an SCN, and then you have certain players. You need to have that competition. You need to be able to say who's going to start. You can't be saying, oh, we have this starter, and if he's all, you're just going to have a backup. You need to be having somebody who can be competitive, keep that player on their toes, so they cannot become complacent. Because when you notice that you're the only person who is going to be playing that role, when you know that you don't have any competition, you're going to become relaxed, and then that's when they're going to become sloppy and complacent. But when you're on your toes, when you have to be fighting for your place, that is when you see a total different case. So I don't understand why you wouldn't sign a player just because you have another player. I don't know if that's true. It's probably an assumption, but if that's the case, that's pathetic, because you need competition in the team, because it's one of the few things that will prevent complacency from creeping in. But if you have that competition, it's going to prevent you from really keeping your eyes off staying.
Yeah, Bobby Smokey convinced me that Kennedy is a good option, and Chelsea need to save money for bigger things. So let's hope that he can.
I'm hoping. I'm praying. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him in the squad.
Because Emerson also is a good option, but because of
I don't blame Emerson for not wanting to come back, man. He was treated horribly by Chelsea. He was clear that he could offer something more than Alonso could, but they didn't give him the chance. He never got the chance. The only time he ever got that opportunity was under Mauricio Sarri, who preferred him to Alonso in a lot of games. He didn't play in the Europa League. Emerson was the one that played in the Europa League final. So and he's a younger one. So obviously it would make sense if Chelsea want to sell Emerson, because he's the younger one. You can get money from him. Alonso, who's going to come in for Alonso and say, "Oh, I want this 30-year-old player into my team"? Only a team that's really desperate at the moment. And even the only team that we could really say that, oh, maybe they may come in for him, was Aston Villa, and they went for Lucas Digne. So, I mean, it's a case where I don't know what we're gonna do with Marcos Alonso. He should never have stayed in the first place. People always say that and he can do something good. He has a good feet, but like I said, it's a drop off in the dynamism when it comes on into Chilwell and Alonso. And it's funny because Alonso was the one that's starting, and Chilwell was the one that wasn't playing due to him not playing for months after Euros and everything. And he quickly made that role his own, and now you can see that without him and Reece James, he had that drop off. So it's a case where we didn't really do well in the summer, and I mean it's not too late because you don't need to spend big to get quality players in. Chelsea have proved that you have players who've come into the club and they've proved that you don't need to be expensive to be a good player. As we came in, he did quite well. He had players like a Ramirez and you have players like a Mikel and things like that. But the thing is, the mindset and the mentality that these fans have now is that you need to get the best of the best. The best of the best don't have to be 100 million, 70 million, 80 million.
It could
The
be
best of
just
the best for the
somebody
one-
like N'Golo Kante or Mahrez from the second division in France.
Exactly, like a
Mr.
Mane.
Don, yeah, that's Mr. Don. What do you think? You think Chelsea made a mistake by not signing Lucas Digne?
I think to me, I think our boys we should give all these young players a chance. Understand? We must learn from our past mistakes.
Okay.
We keep on buying big players, and they are not. They don't fit Chelsea kind of playing pattern. You know, all these unknown players are the one I ever see perform very well in Chelsea. Someone talk about Alan. If Alan come, he's not gonna do anything. It will be flopped like Shevchenko. No, Alan. Okay, can I bring a point?
Yes, make your point.
Okay, Alan is going to be flopped, just like Shevchenko. Yes,
Really?
because Alan is not as skillful like Ronaldo. He's not as skillful as Drogba. He can position himself as Bossetic and score.
Okay.
And that is what I see about this guy. I'm not as good as you guys that analyzing football.
No, I know. I test. Back in the day, we didn't have all the statistics, right? We just used to see players. You know a bowler by watching him play football. But today is
what
about...
is the name of the American who plays for Dortmund? I don't remember his name.
What American?
He's an attacker.
Gio Reyna? I don't know. Giovanni Reyna?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reyna.
Yeah. So how about him?
Doesn't he play a role in what Haaland does? Just like a Sancho used to? Haven't you realized that a player like Haaland has really made himself the face of Dortmund? When people think about Dortmund now, they think about Haaland and this and that. He came in. He can be clinical, but like I said, it's not about not signing him because you don't encourage the same issue. Haaland needs chance to be created for him as well. He can't be the only one doing, because when the fans realize that you have this player who's doing this, they're gonna realize that he is the bullseye. He's if you stop him, then you basically stop the entire attack. Which is why I don't think that you should be focusing on getting yourself a clinical striker. Try to get yourself some technical wingers. Get yourself wingers who can actually offer something, because that's what Liverpool are doing. That's what Man City are doing. They're not trying. They don't really play with that striker role. They have a Salah, and I'm not saying you should be reliant on them, but you need to have somebody who can make that balance in the team. You can't be relying on players to say, "Oh, this player's going to be doing something, so let's hope for it." But you also need someone who can step up when the team needs that, and that's what Hazard used to give, and that's what De Bruyne did yesterday. He saw the space, he saw the chance, he took the shot, and it led to a goal. And that's something I keep saying: take the shot. You don't know what will happen, and that's why I'm happy that Kovacic took the shot he did against Liverpool. He was off balance a bit, but he took the shot. But he did have to. He could have done what I've seen Chelsea do on a lot of occasions and pass it sideways and then try to work into the box. But he took the shot. That's what you need to do. Try to take shots, and that's something I keep saying with Willian. Willian used to take shots from outside the box. People don't remember that. People don't.
I remember. I still remember that. Yeah.
A lot of people don't think about that. They just think that Willian is not good at coming back. He doesn't go back. He doesn't pressurize from the defense. He just always tries to score and score. But I know people are regretting that they don't have it. And I did say, I said, when he left, we said this is gonna bite us on the ass because we don't appreciate what we have. We always think that we need to improve players, but we don't want to stick with those players and try to get players who are younger and or try to trust the other players because
Don,
I don't really
what do you have? Don, you wanted to say something? Oh, I heard like Don wanted to intervene, but yeah, listen, Ty, they are gone now. We have just to find solution before what we got.
Do you know Sergio Gomez?
Sergio Gomez from what team?
Yeah.
Do you know him DJ of?
Sergio Gomez from
what
team?
Sergio Gomez. I'm just trying.
What team it is?
For now.
He plays for a Belgian Cup club I don't even know
Anderlecht. Yeah,
Anderlecht.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
how about him?
He's a player that has been on her radar. He's a left-sided player. He's a player that you could probably look at as an attacking midfielder. He's young. And
so you want
he's
him
a
at
player
Chelsea?
that's on your radar. And another player is what's his name? David Riem.
From what team? I don't even know
David
what.
Riem. From
I don't understand.
He's German and I'm trying to remember the name. Hoffenheim. He's a left back.
So, Hoffenheim.
Left midfielder.
Hoffenheim.
So what about them? What the problem?
The players that Chelsea could look at. The thing is, we keep looking for the best of the best, but look at the player. You need and that's why I always question what the scouts are doing. You need to be looking for those players, and it always comes back to me where you have the board has obviously made changes and. Players, not players. I keep saying players. You have persons who get promoted, and you have people who come in at different roles. But I don't know what the scouting is doing. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't get it right. You need to start looking for players like a Hazard. Hazard wasn't really a player who is probably as popular like a Haaland right now. A Patson Daka, he's.
Secondly, some of us Chelsea fans have to also take the blame for this because a lot of us want immediate success. This is the problem of our football club. We want immediate success and we want it now. So we're not like other fans out there that are patient enough to say, okay, they believe in their manager, they believe in the project of what the club is trying to do, okay, but we want the immediate success now. And I've heard it a lot. As much as we've been a success in the Premiership and winning titles, winning the Champions Leagues, for our fans, it's still not enough. We want to be doing it and I agree with that. I'm for one of those who wants to see my club competing at the toppest level, okay, until every year competing for major honours every year, right? But when we get some fans out on social media coming out and saying, this player's not good enough, this player's this, our board is this, our manager is that, you're thinking to yourself, man, because let's be honest with you here, guys, right? Not many of you probably would know this, okay, but majority of the Chelsea fans out there, a lot of them don't like Thomas Tuchel. I can tell you this right now. There's a lot of them out there that didn't want him in the first place. Yeah. Okay. And for me, that in itself tells you where our fans are and the loyalty is. I get it's all for the football club and but the football club knows
Can I cut you very quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, DJ, sorry. We have to say goodbye to the Undertaker because he's gonna send us under if we don't say goodbye to him. So Undertaker in the channel in the chat is Undertaker CFC. He say bye. But thank you, DJ, also for the breaking news about Benitez getting sacked. It's confirmed. Everton already put the breaking news there on social media everywhere. And also what I wanted to say is the second half is on the way for Liverpool against Brentford and also West Ham against Leeds United. 1-0 to Liverpool, and it was Joel. No, I don't. Not why I always forget for Fabinho. I always call him Firmino for some reason. What's going on?
Fabinho.
So I can forgive you. Both of them are Brazilians, so
I don't know. I can't get his name right. So the game already started, people. Both games, and Benitez, goodbye. It was a good ride. And
I'm hearing that Duncan Ferguson. They're going back to Duncan Ferguson for the time being.
Yeah, I said it.
Good old Big Dunk's gonna do it, man.
I said it, but
he won us.
Herbert from Man United told me that he was offered the job, but he said no because he doesn't want to, destroy his legacy. He want to learn more before taking over the team. But I think he's going to be a perfect candidate. Go back to the basics, put Duncan Ferguson there, and then build the team instead of, going for expensive managers and expensive players. Go to the basics. Yeah, go on, DJ. Sorry for cutting you, but
no. I was just saying. Some of our, there's some of our fan base out there that for some reason or another don't like Thomas Tuchel, and we all know that these are all the Frank Lampard lovers out there. Yeah, and look, listen, I'm not one of those that's going to sit here not Frank Lampard, because as a player, the guy proved what a top talent and player he was and what he did for us. And I've got all the shirts of his number at the back of it. Yeah. He's one of my favourite players out that wore the Chelsea shirt. But in terms of his management, I think we saw it's not like he's a rubbish manager. The Chelsea job, I think we all know on this panel, will probably say came too early for him. Okay, and he got us to where he got us, fourth in his first season, which was great. We lost that FA Cup final as well to Arsenal, to the scum, as people like to say, to the enemy, as people like to say. Okay, we lost to them. Okay, and again, for me, it's what Thomas Tuchel has done since he's come there, and all the ones that don't like him out there. Look at this guy's track record and what he's achieved in his previous clubs. The guy's a winner, and for us to have him at this football club is probably one of the best things we've ever done. Okay, and I hope it long may continue, because I think he's the right guy to lead this club going forward for the next 4 or 5 years, if we can keep him for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he could be
I know it's dramatic saying that. I know it's dramatic saying that as a Chelsea fan, because we know how our board like to sack our managers. I'm all for that. I get that. But if we can hold on to this guy for that long, this guy will make us. I reckon he'll make us a top team again. But we need to do it with patience, and he's already done that. He's got us into 3 finals since he's been at the football club. 3 semi-finals, 3 finals in total. Sorry. So look, the guy is doing what he's doing more than what Lampard succeeded in doing, and we just need to give this guy some time. And just going back to the other situation of the fans in terms of our signings, as I said about immediate success, we should get a proper scouting team at that football club, because at this moment in time I don't think our scouting team is ranked. To be honest with you, they're rubbish. And the minute we get someone like that in, we get some people. There's a lot of talk about that guy from Eden Hazard's old club, who's supposed to be one of the best scouts around. What's his name? You would know this, Orks.
Yes, I know him. Campos. Luis Campos.
Yeah. Bring this guy to the football club if we can get him in. Yeah. Let him go and do the scouting.
Guys.
Yes, Don.
Everybody with their own opinion. Congratulations to Tuchel. And it's only shining on Lampard legacy. We all know that, because our fans are impatient, and all what we want is winning and winning and winning. We don't want to build any future team.
Okay.
And let's put that aside. But do we figure out the problem we are in presently with Chelsea team? we keep on saying we need left back, right back, left front. Is that the problem? The major problem we are having now is the forward. What is the solution to all this forward we have? Because gradually they are turning to dead wood in my presence. I don't have the patience anymore. My blood pressure keep on rising whenever I'm watching Chelsea.
Okay. Well, the solution...
Can I answer that question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, Don. What I'll say to you on that one, mate. Sorry, Don. What I'll say to you on that question is it's a very good question. That same team that you said you're losing patience with was the same team that won us the Champions League last year without Romelu Lukaku in that team.
Yeah.
And who scored the goal? Kai Havertz got the goal.
Yeah.
So he'll go down in Chelsea history as one of the most important things he could ever do.
Yeah.
Getting us that goal in the Champions League. Okay.
But we can't continue using our...
No, I get that, bro. No, I get that. I was just about to get to my point, Don. I was just going to say, in terms of the plays, in terms of what you're saying, yeah, our forward line hasn't been great. I'm the first to... I'll first admit to sitting with it hasn't been that great. But what we do have in them players, and especially players like Kai Havertz, is potential. Yeah. Now, this guy will... For me, this guy... you just got to watch this guy. If any of you watched the Bundesliga, this guy, everybody knows how this guy used to score goals for Bayer Leverkusen. Now it's a different league I get altogether.
Yeah.
Okay, but this guy could score goals from literally any. He'll be either if he's attacking midfielder, if he's playing the false nine, if he's cutting in from the wing. This guy was always banging in goals.
Yeah.
We got to remember.
But
the
Premiership is not like that. We can't compare Premiership with any league.
Don, can you let him finish? Don.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was just saying, Don. That's just my point, Don. We can't. You're right.
Sorry, guys. 2-2. 2-2. Sorry, guys. 2-2 between West Ham and Leeds United. 2-2. And that's.
I was hoping you'd tell me 1-all, Augs. It was 1-all between Brentford and Liverpool.
Oh yeah, no.
So much for wishful thinking.
2-2 between Leeds United and West Ham United. Another. Yeah. Go on, DJ.
No, sorry, but I was just saying, I agree with you, mate. It's a physical league, and we can't keep on doing that. And sometimes it takes players to take time to get used to this league. And for me, I wouldn't let someone like Kai Havertz get frustrated with me because the guy's still young. Maybe if Timo Werner, you can probably say, okay, because for me, Timo Werner was better last season than he is this season. Yeah, that's how I look at the situation. Because he scored more goals last season, even though we're offside, but he still scored more goals than he's done this season. Yeah. So for me, with Timo, it's more of a mental thing. I think the guy cannot seem to
have the fundamental, like the basics,
to grip to the fundamentals to go and score the goals, or as my friend Johnny would say, the minerals to go and do what he should be doing. And score those goals. Okay. Where Kai Havertz is still young. And the guy he for me, he needs to be given more time, and I think he will come good. I've got all confidence in Kai Havertz. But Timo Werner and the likes of Romelu Lukaku. Okay, Lukaku knew the Premiership before he left. Anyway, he was playing in the Prem before he went to Inter Milan. So the guy should know how to score goals in the Premiership. For me, that's no excuse. He did it for Everton, and he did it for Manchester United, and he did it for West Brom when they were in the Prem. The guy was scoring goals. So he knows how to score goals.
Okay. I think Lukaku, we still have to give him a little time because when he came, I thought he came with a little injury.
Did you give Tammy Abraham a chance? Did you give him time?
That is the mistake because we don't respect our academic players.
We didn't give anybody time. I don't want to hear about the timing here, brother. I understand. I was giving him time. It's now like 4 months, 3-4 months.
Okay. The time being given to what is the name? Timo. They should have given that to Tammy too.
Yeah, I understand that. But for Lukaku, he came here to score goals. He said that he would like to go back to Inter. He just disrespected me, my club, and the manager. So you need to show us on the field, bro. No more waiting. No more excuses. Just score goals. That's what we need.
Let every one of them score goal. We have a lot of forward. They need to deliver for us.
But he went public, though. He created everything for himself, Yeah. Like when you go public and you open your mouth and you talk, you have to expect people to criticize you. Okay, you giving, you have to receive too. Okay.
Yeah, he dig his own grave. I have a question though. why is it a case where I don't know if people remember this, but Kai Havertz was scoring a lot of goals for Germany, and no, he can't. He's not able to do that for Chelsea. Why is that happening, or why do you think that's happening?
For me, I mean, look, as I said to Don earlier on, just to cement it down, I said the same again, Ty. Look, I've got no excuses for Kai Havertz. The only thing I can say for Kai Havertz this season is the guy he's not been starting many games. He's had COVID, all right? And I think, as I keep saying, though, we don't know what COVID does to somebody unless you've actually had it. Yeah, me speaking from experience, I've had it. And I think you've had it as well, Ty, because I know you think the other day you were saying the same thing.
Yeah,
it's not a very nice thing to have.
But it's not as bad as yesterday. I had it. I was crazy yesterday.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing to have. All right, and for football players, it works differently for them. And I'm not making excuses here because let's be honest here. You know, people say, "Oh, you're making excuses for your football for Kai Havertz." I'm not. All I'm basically saying is we don't know what it physically does to the body, what it does to somebody. And, you know, for me yesterday, I mean, you saw that team when he played yesterday. I would have thought Kai Havertz would have started over Lukaku yesterday, to be honest with you. But he didn't. He didn't even bring him off the bench. And that, to me, tells me one thing. He's I don't think it's because he didn't fancy him to play in this game. There's other things too, and I think it's to do with what we've been discussing, the big C word here, okay, which is not great. And you know, and whoever it might be, could be what could be affecting him on the field of play. And for me, I think Kai Havertz, he's still young. The guy's going to come good. Okay, I have no doubts about that. And if you followed Kai Havertz, if you watched it, the guy is a great player. He's a wonderful talent. Yeah. And for me, he will come good. But the only one I can't give excuses for anymore is Timo Werner. And I was backing this guy last season non-stop. Yeah, anyone would know. I know that. I was a big advocate.
I know.
And I still believe in him. But I just think this season, again, when he is starting again, people will say, "Oh, well, he's had injury as well. He's had this. He's not been playing many starts. He's not had many starts to games as well." I get all that as well. But when he does get the opportunity to play, for me, he still plays the same way as he played last season. Yeah, and that to me, and that's not again down to him. And I don't think it's because he's not used to the league. I think that's a mental thing up there. Because anybody that knows Timo Werner's career would know. Last couple of seasons back in Germany when we first signed him, okay, I think there was a report that went out saying he has that situation with getting right up their mentality. He has that thing. If things don't work out for him, he's one of those. He's a confidence player. Timo Werner. Yeah,
even one day in the Champions League, he was booed and he had to be subbed in the 30th minute because he couldn't handle the noise. It was in Turkey against I don't know, Galatasaray or something. So I don't know.
As I said, Oaks, I think for me it's a mental thing for Timo Werner. And again, I can't see. I mean, people are going to say he's probably going to be gone in the summer. I still try and hope and say I hope not, because I still think there's still a talented player in there, and I still think he can come good for us. But is it too late for him now at Chelsea? And if Chelsea wants success now,
I just hope that he can score some goals, though. Yeah, he can score at least 10 goals this season.
Yeah, I hope so as well, mate. But
I've never bought into the fact that he hadn't adopted to the league, because I can remember when he went on to international break, when he went on international duty, not break, he wasn't scoring goals for Germany as well. So obviously it couldn't be that. It was something to do with Chelsea and not being adaptive to the league, because he was not confident enough for Germany as well. He missed that, something that will always be a meme.
I remember.
For him is when he missed that chance against North
Macedonia thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's always gonna be a case where it wasn't that, because I still think that it does have something to do with adaptation as well. Because it's the same for Kai Havertz as well. Both of them take shot very lightly, and that's something that you can really see from the Bundesliga. You could score goals easier in the Bundesliga than in the Premier League. All you need to do is just hit the ball, and it's likely for it to be a goal. And that's what you see now. It's the same thing that happened to Son when he came to the Premier League. It took him time for him to adapt to the league. And the funny thing is, Son came from Bayer Leverkusen as well, and then he went to Spurs, and it took him time. I know you're seeing him doing great things for Spurs and being an important player for Spurs as well as as a Harry Kane or a Lucas Moura has this season. So it's down to what you said, and I agree with what you said about Kai Havertz. He's still young, and I think people. I always say that people set these expectations due to what they see from a different player. People are going to be mentioning that Mbappe was doing this at his age. So unrealistically, they're going to say that this player should be doing that if this player can do it. And that's something I don't understand, because different players develop at different pace. Some improve at a lower pace and some at a faster pace. So obviously, you can't use that. But I think a lot of people use that. I've seen it on Twitter. People are saying, Kai Havertz doesn't do this, and I'm seeing this player being able to do it, and he's younger than him. That's down to your confidence. That's down to.
Sorry guys. 3-2 to Leeds United. Leeds United leading. Today is just like a ping pong game, man.
This game is ending 5-5, isn't it?
Yeah, it could end up 5-5. So Leeds United leading away at London Stadium. 3-2. Wow. And the problem with Leeds United, they don't know how to close the door. They don't know how to see the game out. That's the problem with Bielsa. Beautiful football is good, but sometimes you need a result. Right? Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. Don? Sometimes you got just 3 points and go away instead of...
That is it.
Yeah, he's attack.
Score. Yes. You score a goal, get 3 points, just run with your 3 points. Close the door, run with 3 points.
If it was a case where they had a good defense, then maybe you probably make a case for it. But you keep attacking, and you know your defense have their shortcomings, and you still do it. But I was impressed with what they did last season against Man City. They got that red card, I think, and they were still able to score a goal that they won. So they work as a unit, and I think, I don't know, I don't understand why, but I don't know, man. Like you said, they play some beautiful football, but they just attack and they attack, and they just don't know where to stop. And that's what happened last season when we won them 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a case where, you know, I don't know, man. Leeds like to take the lead, but they don't know to keep it. They lead, but they don't know to keep it. So Leeds,
but they can't keep the lead. Yeah, that's good. I got what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
you're right. So guys,
yes,
I don't want to sound so dumb, but I just want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about Kai Havertz, and when he was in Germany, he was scoring goal, doing better. Do you think that the pattern of the way we play football in Chelsea, I mean Chelsea traditional pattern, I know that we like playing backyard ball, you know, we don't want to move forward. And we have been doing that for years. We don't have forward who can penetrate into box 18 until drawback comes then. And ever since, we haven't seen, even though when Shevchenko came then, and I believe Shevchenko, he find it difficult as Chelsea until we understand that we need to throw a long ball to him and he will start running with the ball. And maybe that pattern they came with, we don't really practice that in Chelsea.
Well, we did it with tiki-taka from Sarri ball. I think we are transitioning from very defensive football, Antonio Conte, to Mauricio Sarri, tiki-taka, extreme tiki-taka. And now we have Thomas Tuchel, who is kind of a little bit balanced, depending on the team we are playing against. But I tell you what, I'm not worried about Kai Havertz for some reason. I think that he's gonna do it. I mean,
he's gonna do it. He have the potential.
100%.
Yeah,
I don't understand why he can't. How can you not think that he can do it? He can. He's young. He showed he has a talent. The only thing he needs to improve on right now is probably being more physical and probably scoring more goals. But he has everything else.
I think he got the credit in the bank, bro. When you score me that goal in the Champions League final, You got the credit in the bank. I'm gonna give you whatever time you need. You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
And I said this, and people thought probably because I have a quote agenda against Mo, but I said it on Twitter, and people went crazy about it, like tweeting and say, "Oh, you're such an idiot," things like that. But what I said was that if Mason Mount was in Kai Havertz's position, that was not going to be a goal. It was down to instinct. He knew to go around Edison. I'm pretty sure Mount would have probably taken the shot when he saw Edison coming out. And I mean, it would have still been it probably would have been a send off for Edison because he did touch the ball outside the box. Well, Kai Havertz scored, so nothing happened.
Well, that is an assumption. We don't know what could happen.
Not an assumption. You've seen it happen. I can use the Aston Villa game, for example, and I know a lot of games. Emi Martinez ran out, and instead of trying to, get the ball, he tried to kick it from distance and try to kick it in. And it's not the only thing. That's not the only time he's trying to.
It was written in heaven. Edouard Mendy to Chile to Mount.
16 to 24.
And then it was written credit.
And then 19 to 29. So
Mount
19 of May,
Mount
the first Champions League.
So we have to credit everybody here, Ty, because the pass was perfect. Also,
exactly, and
perfect timing.
Chemistry. It was chemistry.
And let's not forget Werner's run away to
decoy.
Away. Kai Havertz to go in there and score that goal.
Not this again.
Can't forget that.
Decoy.
Not this again.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. So we have to give credit where it's due. All of them really deserve a credit because it was a perfect scenario. Look at Pulisic. That guy almost gave me a heart attack. 2-0. Oh my goodness! It was.
Yeah, that broke my heart, man. That broke my heart because it was like, and you know what? And that's something. That's why people don't really appreciate Kai Havertz because people are going to say all he did was score a goal, but he created chances. He created a chance for Werner. Werner missed it. He created a chance for Pulisic. Pulisic shot it wide.
Yeah.
And man, if Pulisic had scored that, I don't think.
And
I think
you
have had a different narrative from them. It's like, Pulisic scored a goal in the Champions League final. Maybe he deserves time. But people are not going to say that. No, they're going to say, he doesn't know when to score when really matters.
If that Mahrez shot went at the back of the net, it was going to be something else.
Broken, man. I would have remembered that Charlie goal.
Yeah.
Green Talk.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I know that Kai is a midfielder, but what position is he playing?
Well, he can play in the midfield, but he's not like a midfielder.
As an attacking midfielder, not in the midfield.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah.
What is your question?
Okay, my question is that I still want to repeat the same thing.
Yes, sir.
With our deadwood forward.
Okay.
What we need to plan for the fusion. The theory, we have Ziyech, we have Timo and Lukaku, and none of them. The rate I can give our forward is 4. 4,
okay. The rating, okay. So you rate all our front 3 4 out of 10. Okay.
4 out of 10. Okay. What is the lasting solution? We can't just keep all this dead wood.
The solution is here already. Borja is there. Kai Havertz is gonna get improved next season.
How do you know? How do you know, sir? Because this is the guy that's losing ball all the time, all his opportunity.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. 2-0 Liverpool. Game over.
It's over.
Ox Chamberlain.
Sorry, Urs, can you do me a favour, Urs?
Yes, sir.
I just saw a quick tweet. I just saw a tweet that just went from Matt Law. Apparently talking to Thomas Tuchel, speaking about Erling Haaland privately before the signing of Lukaku. Can you just go and have a quick on that on his Twitter page? I can't access it from here while I'm on you guys, because if I do, I'll cut off from you guys.
Okay.
I just saw it just quickly came up on my thing. I don't know what it said. There was something on there, it came up quickly on my thing, and Matt Law apparently said it. Something about a private chat he had with
Why does
Haaland or something
always
like that.
come out with these things?
God. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
He always comes out with these things at the worst time.
Okay, Thomas Tuchel made Chelsea history for reaching the cup finals and all that. There's a lot of tweet from Matt Lowe about Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, so okay. I think we should just go and read the article. So Don is just playing some rumba music behind him.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Auction. Let me go and see if I can find that. I'll jump back on again. Yeah. Let me go see if I can find it. I'll send it to you then if I can find it, guys. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Okay, no problem. See you later. All right, people. So the game still 2-0 to Liverpool. Liverpool are going second, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. They have They have 2 games in hand. I think.
2 games in hand. It's done for Chelsea. We have to fight for top 3. We're gonna finish 3rd or 4th.
I said we may have to fight for top 4 again, and people laughed at me.
Yeah,
we're gonna fight. You're not laughing now. You're not laughing now.
You're not laughing now. I remember that guy, right? You're not laughing at me now, right?
You laughed at me. Oh.
So, and Leeds United are leading away 3-2. And Rafa Benitez been sacked, and 2 candidates. People are speculating about Lampard, but I don't think it's gonna be a good one for Lampard. Leave Lampard alone. Lampard need a project where he can be, he can be given time, not another billionaire that will sack you next morning if you don't get a result. That's what I think anyways. But if he thinks that he's ready to take the challenge, it's not my problem because I don't care. That is his own life. Okay? I'm not a Lampard cousin because people think that I am his brother or something. No, I'm not. Okay.
I hope that's a question though. Was Lampard the issue?
Well, that's what people believe. So people can believe on whatever they want to believe.
It's the same thing like last season right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the case where people went crazy at him when he said something after the Everton game. He said that as a unit, as a team, we're not there yet.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Maybe in the next 3 to 4 years.
4 years, but people just say that it was an excuse. Don, you are back, brother. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, someone was calling me. That's
yeah, that's why we heard some of the moves. Some of the dancing moves in your room. So how is
moves, man?
How's the gym going? Because the other day you were in the gym. Like, are you preparing to beat somebody like Mike Tyson or something? Are you MMA or something?
Yeah, I want to join MMA with my pot belly.
Yeah. You know the guy from Cameroon, right? That guy is a beast.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that is the African lion there.
Okay, DJ is back. Do you have any news for us?
No, basically it was a tweet by, unfortunately, the person that actually is someone who's blocked, who you can't retweet their tweet or anything like that. It was an interview that Matt Law apparently done with Thomas Tuchel quite some time ago, and apparently he did actually come out and say that privately he said he actually spoke to Erling Haaland apparently saying he wanted him at the football club, and obviously Haaland did not come at that time, but he did speak to him about wanting to come to the football club, but obviously because of what happened with what happened last season with his agent and things like that, we ended up getting Lukaku, but he did have that chat with him. Unfortunately, the guy who
sorry, DJ. 4-2. Leeds United leading 4-2 people.
4.
Man, just like Ty said, it's going to be 5-5 at the end.
Yeah,
this game is going to be 10 goals thriller. Oh, my goodness. Goals. Leeds United 4 people. 2 for West Ham. This game is going to be 5-5. Yeah, go on.
I'll tell you what, yeah.
Yes.
Rafinha, mate, what a player he is, isn't he?
Sign him up, DJ. Sign him up today. Rafinha at Chelsea Football Club right now.
Rafinha.
Oh man, Rafinha, what a player, man. What a player.
So Liverpool still leading 2-0.
Should we get Rafinha though? I know people are gonna be saying that right now. Say, Chelsea should go for Rafinha.
No.
He's doing too good.
No.
Do you know the kind of player I want at our forward?
Who? Tell us.
I want. Is it Bojan or Boja or what is the name?
Armando. Call him Armando. Yeah,
Armando, and I want Landrowski or Robert Landrowski. Yeah.
Lewandowski.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big ambition.
So you know what?
Guys,
It makes me remember the old Cargo when we get Nicolas Anelka back. He really coordinates the forward, and we need someone like Landrowski.
Yeah, Lewandowski. So if that was Lewandowski on top yesterday, I think he was going to score a goal. Oh, sorry guys, it was taken off.
What's happened now?
Yeah, it was taken off. Leeds United chopped off. The VAR people. VAR just entered.
Oh, I have him in my fantasy team too.
They took it away.
Yeah.
He was in my fantasy team too. Oh,
here's some news. Here's some news for you guys.
Yes,
is it Laurenz Kasawa, the one from Paris Saint-Germain?
Oh,
what's that? Is it Kasawa? Well, I can't pronounce.
Kurzawa.
He's apparently Chelsea have started initial talks with him.
Yeah, Kurzawa.
Yeah, let's just sign everybody from PSG.
If that guy comes, if that guy comes to Chelsea Football Club, I'm gonna get on few people. So, listen.
Is he that bad? Is he?
3-0 for Liverpool, by the way. I think Firmino or Minamino, somebody just scored, but I was distracted on something else. But it's 3-0 people. Liverpool are going second, and Chelsea, long way to go, man. We're in problem, we're in huge trouble. Because now you have West Ham, even though they're losing right now, who are doing immense. You have Arsenal, who are I'm pretty sure they're in the top 5. Yeah, I don't worry about the Arsenal. They're gonna do the Arsenal. Spurs will do the Spurs.
We have to hope so.
They will. Well, they are cheating right now by the rules. Because they have some people in African Cup of Nations, and they use it. Yeah. They use the loophole to postpone the North London derby because they were going to be destroyed. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's funny though. We went from games being postponed due to COVID to games being postponed due to Afghan players.
But we tried everything. Nothing was given to Chelsea. It tells you the agenda against Chelsea is clear. But it is what it is. So Kurzawa, DJ told us, listen, I said it since the beginning of the window. I think I tweeted a few times. I said, I'm not going to be surprised if we are linked with Kurzawa because he's a Chelsea. He worked with Thomas Tuchel. He literally doesn't play with PSG. And people are gonna try to connect him with Chelsea because that's what it is, but I don't believe in the news. I don't want to see him at Chelsea Football Club. If he comes to Chelsea Football Club, I'm flying to London myself to have a talk. Is
it from Japan?
Who? No, he's French. Kurzawa is French. He's not from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. My second team is doing quite well. They're signing some quality players.
So, yeah.
Gosens and ooh.
So that is going to happen, Kurzawa to Chelsea. That is funny. You know what? That is a bad joke. I don't want him at my team. Anyways, guys, 3-0. What a mistake from Brentford.
We have to play Brentford again, right?
In the Premier League, probably. We played them already like twice this season, right?
Yeah, one in the Carabao Cup,
and one in the Champions League.
Google is so off. It's so saying 4-2 Leeds.
It says they have to update because I have the.
And this is saying it's saying 2-0 Liverpool still. This is so weird.
Yeah, you need to refresh it probably. I don't know.
No, but when I click on matches Premier League, it says 3-0. Or no, it's saying 3-0.
Oh, there are people like me and you working for those companies, so sometimes it takes time. Sometimes they can forget to up. You know?
Minamino.
to update something.
Minamino and Chamberlain scored the 2 other goals.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, do you guys know that Salah is likely Salah is likely to leave the club because what's it called, FSG rejected his contract demands.
Whoa. That is gonna be a mistake because Salah is the best or one of the best in the world right now. He deserves
he scored
money.
a goal for Egypt yesterday, I think. The only goal they scored yesterday. Or it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah, I think Salah deserves a lot of money, really. But he's 28, almost 29 now. And
Wow.
this is his last contract, right? So he deserves a chunk of money, man. A chunk of money.
And Rudiger doesn't deserve anything.
Yeah, that is from me there. I know what you mean by that. Yeah, he deserves a chunk of money for what he does, what he represents for Liverpool, literally. But Rudiger deserves money, but not what he's demanding. That's the point. He deserves at least a 290, match him with Kante or something, but asking for 350, 400, I don't think he deserves that kind of money.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm hearing people say that their blood pressure is going up. They're having headaches, and it's gone to the point where I just don't let Chelsea ruin my weekends anymore. I'm used to it because I used to be a fan during the times where we weren't even winning the Premier League. So I've accepted the fact that sometimes you'll have some off seasons and then some other season you'll be doing well. But I still think we didn't make the right signings in the summer, and now we're paying the price. We didn't improve quote unquote on what we had. And I mean, it's pathetic. I think we let Zuma go with the expectation that we're gonna get Koundé, but I would have preferred we had done, even though if it's the case that Thomas Tuchel wanted Haaland over Lukaku, which I think most people wanted. I think we should have done a similar thing like that, where we sell Lukaku, and that's when we allowed Tammy to leave entirely. So if that was the case, then do that. If you don't get Koundé, keep Zuma, because Zuma, like I said, he's a good defender. The only reason why he wasn't really be favored was because he wasn't good on the ball. He was good. He could.
Well, what is the definition of being good on the ball? Because when you can head
without giving it to your opponents, and that's something that he used to do.
Well, he can dribble. I remember against Ajax when he dribbled past everybody and he's guiding.
Him and Rudiger.
He's guided the last minute, but he dribbled people.
I mean, he did what's the word? He did allow. That's after he had done that. That's when we started to score the goals. Actually,
yeah.
After he did that, we scored the 2. I will always love that day, man. It was a good, beautiful day in the Champions League. It doesn't get better than that. From 4-1 down to 4-4, and then nearly 5-4. Oh,
I've never seen two. I think it was 2 red cards in one action or something like that. I've never seen a game like that.
and Bluton.
Yeah, I've never seen a game like that. Crazy Stamford Bridge. That was a game to remember. But DJ is back. DJ, do you have any breaking news for us? No. DJ is walking at home, by the way. So still 3-0 to Liverpool, and still 3-2 to Everton because the game, the goal was taken off by the VAR. It was for some reason. And let's go. We still have less than 10 minutes to go here, people. I'm going to leave, go walk a little bit for a couple hours, and come back for the African Cup of Nations. I will be here for the Algeria against Equatorial Guinea, right? So, stay tuned. Put your notification on. I'll be late in a couple hours. For the African Cup of Nations. Nothing really to report at the moment. Yeah, go on. Okay. Whoa, wow. We have some money from Mr. Don in the house. Thank you so much for the donation. Money. Keep money.
Here comes the money.
Come on, the money. Donald Trump.
Here comes the money. Money.
What are you guys singing about now, man? What's this? Here comes the money.
Money. I'm getting rich here.
I remember that song. Who used to have it? Shane McMahon from wrestling.
Yeah, Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
Yeah, I mean,
also...
on his intro, he was always funny. He used to do something with his feet. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
You know, it's comedians like money.
And also Donald Trump, if you were watching their practice. Yeah, he used to, money, like, have money thing.
I get the money, you get the money.
Yeah. So thank you, Don, for your donation. That's why we were singing the money.
Thank God.
DJ is back in the house.
Guys, Monaco is killing Clermont Foot. I don't know.
What you say? Monaco?
Yeah.
Clermont Foot. Okay.
4-0.
4-0, yeah, that's Tchouameni, do you think Tchouameni scored a goal or something?
Diop, Yeda.
He's the captain today, right?
You saw what?
Tchouameni is the captain today. That's what I heard. I don't know if he's captaining Monaco today. Is Fabregas playing?
Fabregas, let me see.
Fabregas and Golovin is another guy that Chelsea almost signed. Golovin.
I don't know, man.
He's suffering with a lot of injuries.
Wow.
Yeah, Tchouameni is playing today.
Mm-hmm.
And Jean Lucas, Enrique, Sofiane Diop, Chelsea Martin. No Fabregas. Let me check their bench.
Bench.
Wow. 4-0. Diop scored. Ben Yedder, yeah. Ben Yedder scored a brace.
Okay. Yeah, Clermont Foot are not like from the first division. That is the French Cup, right? It's not like the French. That is not like a Ligue 1 or something. So.
No, it's Ligue 1.
Ligue 1? Do you mean?
Ligue 1. Ligue 1.
Okay. Yeah, Ligue 1. Yeah. All right, people. So Tchouameni, the next Chelsea captain, is playing with Monaco today.
You mean the next Chelsea signing?
Captain.
Signing. The next signing. I'm rubbing it in your face.
Yeah. So people, we
Declan Rice or Tchouameni? Which one should Chelsea sign?
For me, it's Rice, but for you, it's gonna be Tchouameni.
Yeah, but I've eaten a lot of basmati rice. I don't want any more rice.
Okay, that's good.
But I mean, I can understand. But for that price tag, I don't know. For me,
somebody is driving. Are you driving, Mr. Don?
No, I'm at work. I'm not driving.
Oh, okay, sure. Because I can hear like some horns.
So someone was pressing on.
Okay, people, we're still here for at least 5 more minutes because it's gonna be 2 minutes plus probably 5 or 4 more minutes add-on. And immediately after that, I'm gonna have to leave and come back for the African Cup of Nations. Be there, join us, and let's watch what's gonna happen.
Did I just see? I'm hearing that Tuchel. Why are people coming out with these reports now? Tuchel is willing to sign attackers in the January window.
Like who? What attacker?
I'm seeing players like Dembele. What's his name?
Dembele is an interesting one. He's gonna be a free agent, but I am not sure about his discipline. His injury record is just awful, but he's a very good. His natural talent is
Gnabry. Gnabry is another one.
Gnabry. Do you think Bayern Munich are gonna let him go? Like, come on.
No. You have Koeman as well. What's this? I keep forgetting his name. He plays for Juventus.
What Arta? That he's going to Arsenal, right? Which Juventus? Delete? I don't know what you're talking about. What position?
The ball, I think.
Dybala.
Yeah, Dybala.
Paulo Dybala.
Yeah, those are the 5 players that have been named as the players you may be talking about. The sources? What's his name? El Enrique, I think it is.
Okay.
So there's a lot of strange things happening right now, and the reports always come out during times where Chelsea are struggling. So it's a case where I don't know, man. It's a tough situation. You just don't know what to do. Obviously fans know that Chelsea need to sign certain players like a left back, a right back, probably a midfielder, attackers, a defender, defenders, not defender, because we're likely to lose 2 defenders. But you just can't say this player, which is why I wish I was a scout, because I think we need to start looking into the unknowns again. That sounded like a song a while ago.
Yeah, it is.
It's a tough situation. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we do need recruitments, and I think there's a lot of these players that will always be an obstruction to us trying to win the Premier League, because the shortcomings is always gonna come into play. Their lack of clinicality is gonna be another situation that prevents us. But I just don't know who, because this player is gonna also have a chance of not doing well when he comes. I don't know, man. It's always the players who don't do good before that come good at Chelsea, and then the ones that do perform good, those are the ones when they come they perform bad. I don't know what it is, man. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna take time. Chelsea is another level, brother. You can be whatever you want from another team. When you come to Chelsea, this is a different animal. So the game already ended between Liverpool and Brentford, 3-0 to Liverpool people. And
they're going to lose in the next game.
For Leeds, that is a wish. Okay. So Leeds against West Ham, still like 1 minute to play. So Leeds needs to...
Lanzini!
Yeah, the last minute Lanzini goal or something. I don't know. They have to hold on, get 3 points. So, yeah, we are here for 2 more minutes, people. If you wanna comment or wanna tell us something.
It's gone to the point where I think we should. Jack Harrison scored all 3 of the goals Leeds United scored, but I think it's gone to the point where we just have to accept that this is going to be something that's going to take years. It's a case where it takes years.
It's a process, man. Guardiola is there for 6 years. Klopp been there for almost the same thing, and they built the team. So it's not gonna happen overnight, people.
Yeah, but people. I'm tired of hearing people say, "Oh, we need to get success. We were doing perfectly fine before this happened." You know why this is happening now? Because we're too reliant on certain players. So if these players isn't available, or if these players aren't available, we're gonna the old jigsaw puzzle falls apart. So you need to stop being reliant on players. You need to have the perfect balance in the team. And I mean, if Aspie wants,
we're gonna find it very soon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We need just time to gel together. So the game is official. No. Oh, still why? Just ref. What's going on here?
Blow the whistle, man.
Blew the whistle, but still few seconds.
They're waiting for Lanzini to score a goal.
Yeah, they're waiting for that last screamer from Lanzini. But it is what it is, people.
It's over.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about Nicolas Tagliafico?
Tagliafico from Ajax. He's a good player. We were heavily linked with him last.
We were linked with him this January too.
But
no, about 2 a.m. Fabrizio Romano talk about it like Chelsea are still interested in him.
We are interested AFC. We are negotiating FC, everything FC. So the game ended between Leeds and West Ham 3-2.
That's interesting.
So Leeds got all 3 points in the pocket. Congratulations to them. Ty.
Lewis Bates was playing.
What? Lewis Bates?
Lewis Bates. Yeah, he was playing in a game.
Yeah,
and then he came off for Rodrigo.
Yeah, good for the kid because he has some first team playing time. Congratulations to Lewis Bates from Chelsea Academy. Ty, plug yourself quickly because I have to leave so I can come back after 2 hours. Ty Talks Football.
Ty Talks CFC on YouTube. I had uploaded a review of the Manchester City game that Chelsea lost. It's a 5-minute watch. You can watch it when you can. It's a game where I had someone mention the board and everything, so you can check it out when you get the chance. You follow me on Twitter at Ty_Talks and on Instagram Ty Talks CFC. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we win the next game against Brighton and we build from there.
It's gonna happen. Thank you, Ty, for helping. Thank you, brother, and get well soon. And I will see you next time. Let's go. Don, say goodbye to the people, and then I'm gonna see you for the African Cup of Nations. If I don't see you, brother, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. Yeah, let's go down.
Okay, guys, it's all about fun. This is the football. We need to come together as one brother and sisters. Say no to racism, hatred, and fighting on social media. No bully. Thank you, guys.
No bullies. Thank you so much, Mr. Don, for helping. Oh, DJ. Yeah. Now we have DJ. Brother, what do you have to say? You want to say goodbye to people? DJ. I think DJ is gone. He was gone a little while, but DJ will come back at some point. This is his house. And people, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. Benitez was sacked. Liverpool won 3-0 against Brentford. No Salah, no Mane, no problem for Liverpool. They keep on winning. West Ham lost at home 2-3 to Leeds United. So that's it. African Cup of Nations coming your way. In few hours from now, we're going to do watch along for the game between Algeria and Equatorial Guinea, right? Yeah. Guinea Equatorial. That's the right name, the right pronunciation. So it is what it is. Stay tuned. Love and peace. And I will see you when? Very, very soon, right? Yeah, I will see you very soon, people. Take care. Peace.